Nowadays, you've got enough things to worry about. Your car shouldn't be one of them. And at Spitzer, stay worry-free with our Spitzer Shield. Get exclusive new vehicle benefits, like a lifetime nationwide powertrain warranty. Unlimited time, unlimited miles. Plus, get benefits on our Spitzer certified vehicles, like our nationwide powertrain warranty, peace of mind with bumper-to-bumper coverage, and more. Visit your local Spitzer Auto Store today and get the Spitzer Shield.
At Spitzer, our world revolves around you.
Welcome to Richland County's first artificial intelligence ATM. If you car dance to the song you're listening to now, I will give you $50. See, that's something an ATM can never do.
Oh my gosh, are you serious?
Oh, we're serious.
Gosh, that's awesome. Thank you.
Thank you. We hope your day is a little bit better today.
Yes, thank you.
They sent us to Clyde. They sent us to Macedonia. They can send us to the moon. We're going to always bring that Tiger football, that Tiger juice, and all that to wherever it is. All we need is 100 yards of football. That's all we need.
Welcome to Arlin Field in Mansfield. Tonight, it's the second round of the high school football playoffs. It's the regional quarterfinals, as tonight the number 5 seed Mansfield Senior takes on the number 13 seed Defiance. Welcome inside the Wendy's broadcast booth, everybody. Aaron Hines alongside my partner Erik Will, teaming up with our good friends at the OH.REPORT to bring you live high school playoff football on this first and unusually warm Friday in the month of November. Mansfield Senior, they've won 7 straight. They are 9-2 on the year. The 5 seed Defiance, the 13 seed, the Bulldogs, are 7-4. And Erik, both are coming off impressive wins a week ago. Senior High here at home, 38-0. Defiance upset the 4 seed Cloverleaf up in Lodi. They put up better than 60 points. They won 63-28, so both impressive in week 1 of the playoffs.
Yeah, both are impressive. Defiance coming in here after a hot start week 1 as well, going to Lodi, which is just a little bit north here. So they're used to these long travels and playing. Nice crowd that they brought across the way. And, I'm excited to see them. Obviously, they're outside of our footprint, so we've heard good things about them. We do know this. They come from a great conference. They play in a great conference. So Defiance coming here, trying to be upstarts again for the second straight week. Mansfield coming off an unbelievably dominating performance against the Ontario Warriors, where for most of that game, Ontario just overmatched by, quite frankly, just a superior Mansfield team, and that's why you're in Week 12 seeing these two teams.
Well, let's talk about Defiance, the visitors. Second-year head coach Travis Cooper. You mentioned they play in the WBL, the Western Buckeye League. Their defense, very good. Erik, when you look at the numbers and kind of go through things, they allow just 15 points a game. 8 of the 11 teams they've played, they've given up 2 touchdowns or less. Their coach told me every game in our conference is like a playoff game. Teams are that good.
Yeah, absolutely, and their defense is good. And we're going to hit some of the stats as we go through the broadcast. The fact that, what is it, Aaron? Like 6 games, 7 games, they've only given up 2 touchdowns or less. I mean, the stats unbelievable. And with that means that you're playing gap responsible. You keep everything in front of you, and you're making high school teams move 8, 10, 12 play drives, and that's hard for people to do. We'll see if that recipe works against a very athletic and explosive, at times, TY Tiger offense tonight here at Arlin.
Well, let's talk about Defiance a little more. And you mentioned being physical. I know the offensive line is going to be a key because they want to run the football.
Yeah, they want to run the football, and if they're able to get behind that, almost a 1,300-yard back, 1247, Brogan Castillo, Castillo there, he's kind of the straw that serves the drink for them, averaging 113 yards a game behind that offensive line. Here's what I like, though, the 6.1 per average, and then obviously Nichols backs him up at 529. And then we got Zipfel, the quarterback, and his decision-making.
Just a sophomore.
1,579 yards. Here's what I like, nearly 60% completion, 124 on the QBR. His decision-making is going to be unbelievably important tonight because Mansfield's a ball-hawking defense. Coach Adams will tell you, I just want to win the first 2 to 3 seconds because by that time, my defensive front's getting home. So we're going to see how well the quarterback for Defiance can make decisions on the fly.
2 guys to talk about on their defense. One of them is Abel Rubio, second in tackles. He's got a bunch of TFLs. He has a good eye, gets them in their formation. But their leading tackler their strong safety, Garrett Rodenberger. He's another good player.
Yeah, Rodenberger's a stud. You can tell 86.5 tackles, 2 TFLs, and like you said, Abel Rubio, man, 75 tackles. Here's what I love, Aaron, the TFLs, 8 of those. He's got 4 pass breakups. He's got 3 forced fumbles. He's got an interception. So he fills that stat line, and that's what they're hanging their hat on. I really do believe they feel like from a defensive standpoint, that's going to help keep that offense in the game until that running game can get clicking, because I will say this, I have not seen Defiance on film, but I do know this, to come into this stadium and to try to run the ball on this TY Tiger defense, I feel like that's something that only 2 teams this year have been able to do, and both those 2 teams are playing high-level football in West Holmes and Massillon, Washington.
Absolutely. Mansfield Senior, by the way, if you take away Massillon and West Holmes, averaging 9 points allowed per game the rest of the schedule.
Yeah, and once again, I want to make it very clear when you think about Mansfield, West Holmes and Massillon have a real good chance, both of them, to be playing state Final Four football.
And Mansfield Senior, if you remember, they were right there with both teams for a while. They did lose in those games. Let's talk about Senior High. By the way, 10th time in the playoffs for Defiance. Mansfield Senior, their 12th trip to the postseason, 38-0 last week.
Yeah.
In that win over Ontario, they've won 7 in a row. And we'll pause now for the playing of our national anthem. There's your national anthem. Let's talk Mansfield Senior. Erik, 2 minutes away from kickoff tonight. Their 12th overall appearance here in the playoffs.
Yep.
Mansfield Senior coach Chioke Bradley, 13th year as head coach, 91 wins, and oh my, they've won 7 in a row, and boy, is that defense playing lights
and that's
out.
exactly my first key that I have up here for Mansfield to get a victory tonight is that swarming defense. Their defense, year in and year out, is one of the best, if not the best in the area every year. I want to see him stay committed to the run tonight. They've got some playmakers back there in the backfield, even with Duke Reese's legs adding another dimension. And then tonight I want to see Duke's accuracy because last week he made nice plays, but there were accuracy issues at time. I want to continue to see that maturation process because with Duke Reese, if he's accurate, Mansfield is really hard to beat.
Well, Mansfield Senior holding opponents to just 78 yards rushing per game. Erik, they've allowed only 9 rushing touchdowns all year.
Oh, yeah, and that includes last week's playoff.
That's a big stat.
That's a great stat. That's what I'm saying. Defiance is, listen, I am not trying to slide them at all. Their defense is really, really good. I think it's going to be interesting tonight to see which offense can crack the code first. And, when I think about Mansfield Senior, to me, I love Amar Davis, Ricky Mills, Makai Bradley. You know that. I mean, Ricky Mills is my junkyard dog. Amar Davis, I think, is the best athlete on the field. Bradley, I think, is one of those guys that might be one of the most versatile guys. The way he plays the game from the linebacker and then even going over into the backfield, playing that back position as well. And I feel like Amar Davis, Mansfield needs to continue to feature him in the offense. He's so explosive, and obviously we know what the DB skills he has as well.
Well, offensively, Ricky Mills leads him with 13 rushing touchdowns. Duke Reese, as you mentioned, has ran more in the second half. He's got a lot of weapons to throw to. You and I are down on the field. Lala Owens is 6'5", 230. You want to get him the football. Keontae Bradley's a weapon, offense and defense. There are athletes galore.
Right, and then when you get and that's where Duke Reese is assigned to get them the ball. When you look at Keontae Bradley, 6'4". Lala, like we said, is 6'5". And then you throw in Amar Davis and, Duke Reese right now at 1,700 yards. But here's what I'm talking about with the accuracy. Roughly 50% completion pass. You want that to probably be closer to that 60-65 mark.
Mansfield Senior won the toss. They have deferred. They'll get the ball to start the second half, so Defiance will receive the football. Sean Putz got it teed up at the 40. Of a squib kick to the 31-yard line. Castillo on the return. Low tackle on special teams by Aaron Thornton. And Defiance will have it across the 40-yard line near the 42. See where they spot him where the knee went down. And looks like Defiance will have it just across the 40-yard line. Yes, right on the 42. By the way, this is the 81st playoff game to be hosted here at Arlin Field. Ninth most in state history.
Yeah, so obviously really cool statistic there we got from John Davis.
The best in the business is the stat department. Here we go. Defiance 1st and 10. One wide receiver wide right. They'll run the football right side with Castillo. Not a lot of room to operate. He got a few yards up toward the 45. Good job flying in. Samir Phillips, Makai Bradley, among others, to take him down after a 2-yard gain off the right side out to the 44.
Yeah, and here's what you're going to get. Defiance is not really big, so they need to win with angles, leverage, hands, and hips. Mansfield is going to be really quick. They're going to try to attack gaps, and they're going to try to put pressure to keep Defiance in a 2nd and long just like this.
4 wide receivers, 3 to the right. Quarterback in the gun. He'll throw it. Midfield caught by Nichols. Tackled right away by Keontae Bradley. Knee down. Let's see here. Just shy of midfield. They're going to say at the 49. The far side official says 49. So Erik will bring up 3rd down and about 3 here for Defiance. Mansfield Senior's defense on the year, holding opponents just 28% on 3rd down.
Yeah, and we got a 3rd and short, so this is exactly what Defiance wants. That's a great play there by Zipfel getting the ball out quickly.
2 backs. We'll split him in the backfield. Handoff Castillo. He will not get the 1st down. Senior High greets him at midfield. Makai Bradley got him. He'll get forward progress to the Senior High 49-yard line. Good second effort by Castillo. He'll be a yard shy of the 1st down in decision time early for head coach Travis Cooper. 4th and 1 at the Mansfield Senior 49. What do you do here?
Yeah, I think Coach Cooper's going for this, man. I think he's going to try to get behind his 180-pound back here. So we're going to, this is where Mansfield thrives right here is when you're in an obvious situation and they can just peel their ears back and go.
10-12 to play, opening quarter. 4th and 1, Defiance at the senior high 49. Handoff near side. The back Nichols will get the first down, just barely. He brings it to the near side. He'll have the first down, it looks like. Yes, he will.
Man, that was – I tell you what, the running back on that play, Nichols, almost hesitated too much. I thought he had more of an angle. It should have just exploded outside. Just get a landmark out of bounds and go. Just get your – he should have had 4 or 5 yards. Really only picked up 2.
He got 2. Put the nose of the ball at the senior high 47. Home and Kitchen Supply first down. Nichols came to the near side. But, yeah, you mentioned that hesitation.
Almost cost him. Yeah. Dude, I'm sorry, Aaron. Just Mansfield's defense is so fast, man. You got to go.
1st and 10 at the senior high 47-yard line. Scoreless opening quarter, 9:35 to play. And somebody moved. Senior high may have came across or somebody moved on the line. No, somebody moves on the line for Defiance. And that caused the nose tackle to go into the neutral zone.
Well, I'll tell you what, Aaron, I am really surprised. I actually thought he jumped. It was funny because I think the defensive guy even thought that he jumped. I'll tell you what, if you're Mansfield, you'll take that, though.
5 yards backwards, Defiance. 9:33 left, opening quarter. We are scoreless. Division 3, Region 10, quarterfinal here at Arlin Field. How about 65 degrees at kickoff?
Oh, man, it's unbelievable. Can you believe it's the first weekend in November, and we're sitting up here, and, I mean, we could be in T-shirts up here. Jory's got the sleeves pushed all the way up to the elbows up here.
Coach Chioke Bradley in shorts. How about that?
That's right.
First Friday in November. Back to pass. Pressure is on. That may have been a hold. Penalty marker will come out. It's caught by Nichols on the far side. He'll be tackled by a couple of senior high players. Makai Bradley was there, but it looked like one of the linemen held. Might have been Ricky Mills because they were all over the quarterback.
Of course you're going to hold Ricky Mills. Dude, I'm telling you right now, man, you are not keeping Ricky Mills out of your backfield. I'm just telling you that. He's 225 pounds. He's low to the ground. And like I said, he's my JYD, man. He's my junkyard dog. And, man, Defiance was in Mansfield territory, and ever since they got that first down, they have just imploded offensively.
2 penalties, and it'll back them up to their own 32-yard line. A moment ago, they were at the senior high 47.
How good's Ricky Mills?
Unbelievable.
I mean, he really is. The kid's phenomenal. He's a pleasure to watch because I love the motor. Love the motor. Because Aaron, they moved him from backer down to defensive end.
And he's just done nothing but get better. Under 9 to play, scoreless opening quarter. 1st and 31. They'll bring a man in motion. They'll pitch him the football across the 35 near the 40. He will go down right there, and that was the wide receiver, their top wide receiver, and Anthony Wilder. He's just a sophomore at 5'9". He'll weave his way out near the 40, so give him about 8 yards on that carry. 2nd down and long. Coming up here, 23 yards to go. They have to get to the Mansfield Senior 37-yard line for a first down.
And here's where Mansfield gets you in these tough situations here, man, because they're so athletic on the edge.
4 wide receivers. They'll hand it off on a little draw, and it'll go to Castillo. And Aaron Thornton, if he wasn't at home, that was going to be a big play. He'll ride him to the turf at the 46-yard line. Give him 6 yards, but Aaron Thornton read his assignment.
Yes, he did. That's a great job by the backside backer on that play. Aaron Thornton staying at home. That's why you stay at home. You stay at home on the backside. You always say this, counter, boot, reverse. Say it just like that and stay home. Keep those shoulders square, because when you say counter, boot, reverse, and then they come into the backside, those are the things that can hurt you. Thornton did a fantastic job there. So obvious passing situation here on a 3rd and 16, 17.
3rd and 17 from their own 46-yard line. 7:40 to play. Scoreless opening quarter. Handoff to Nichols up the middle. He'll get his way to midfield, then fall into senior high territory. Keontae Bradley, Leo Hess on the tackle. That was Nichols on the carry, but 4th down coming up. And about 12 yards in an obvious punting situation now for Defiance, who used Erik approaching. Going to be 5 minutes off the clock on the opening drive.
Right. Yeah, and it's interesting because I like their play calling. They are getting positive yardage on each play, but you just, against a team like Mansfield, you can't have 15 yards worth of penalties and expect to survive that. When you get them in a passing situation, Aaron, that's blood in the water for a shark. They're just so physical and dominating with their front.
Noah Gomez will punt the ball away. As they do, a penalty marker comes out on the snap, and somebody moved for Defiance. That's 3 penalties on the Bulldogs here in the first quarter on their opening drive.
20 yards, Aaron. 20 yards worth of penalties on the first drive. That's got to get cleaned up. I can tell you that. I know, coaches will tell you this, that you can't have turnovers and penalties against talent-equated teams. It's just that those things those are difference makers.
Keontae Bradley's back deep. Noah Gomez again will punt it away from the 35-yard line. He'll get it, boot it away, angle it left side away from Keontae Bradley, who's going to try and run it down. He'll grab it and then get hit out of bounds late. Will the penalty come out? Yes, it went into the railing.
You got to call that.
He went out of bounds at around the 13-yard line, but a 15-yard tack on is coming in Defiance with another penalty.
Yeah, they're imploding before this thing even really gets started. That's 55 yards in penalties, and we haven't even had a full possession for each team left. That's an easy call. You can't do that. Aaron, that's the stuff I'm telling you. It drives you crazy as a coach because it's just not needed. They were going to be inside the 20, their own 20, and now you're going to kick them out to shoot what, Aaron? The 34-yard line.
Yeah, they were going to be around the 13, 14-yard line, and now they're across the 30, put them at the 34.
Right.
So from your shadow of your own goal line out to pretty decent starting field position. Mansfield Senior, 6:34 to play, opening quarter. We are scoreless. Their first possession from their own 34-yard line. One back. That's Isaiah Darson, one receiver in motion. Keontae Bradley, they'll pitch it near side. Darson coming, getting a couple of blocks. He'll leap across the line of scrimmage. Couple penalty markers will come out as he will.
That's going to be a hold on Mansfield, I believe.
He'll vault his way out near the 37, but there may be a hold on the edge.
I think.
And
there's an illegal cut.
Make it a chop block.
Yeah.
Yep, going to be a chop block.
On the defense.
On the defense. So right now.
That's a big one. That's 15 more.
So right now, Defiance is just had penalties left
60
and right.
yards. They have 60 yards, Aaron, were the penalties.
And Senior High now has the football in Defiance territory at the 47-yard line. They've had one offensive snap.
Man, 60 yards worth of penalties. Aaron, we've still got half the quarter, and it's 60 yards worth of penalties. Because they've had three 15s, and then a hold, and then 2 false starts.
So here we go. Senior High, 1st and 10. Home and Kitchen Supply, first down, a gift right there from Defiance. 6:20 to play, opening quarter. Again, we are scoreless. Man in motion, Keontae Bradley. The back is Darson. They'll hand him the football up the middle. Good hole, breaks it left side. Good job by the strong safety flying up to make the tackle. That's the guy we talked about, Garrett Rodenberger, 6'3". The junior flew in. Forward progress for Darson down to the 44-yard line, so give him 3. Well, I'll tell you what, that gap closed quickly.
Absolutely, and that's a sign of a good defense because when that thing opened up, the initial line, your backer and your safety, when your safety gets a run read, especially when you're playing a too high look like Defiance is here, your safeties have to be a part of the run game. They have to work inside out. Picture perfect job by Defiance there.
5:40 left, opening quarter scoreless, 2nd and 7. Duke Reese back to pass. He'll wind up and throw one, and he just led his receiver too much inside the 10-yard line, incomplete.
That's a miscommunication there. The receiver ran the right route. Duke Reese missed it. Listen, the DB is 10 yards off. And so because of that, he's told when you get to 10 yards, you just sit because you're not breaking that cushion. Duke Reese just turned and gripped it. That's a choice route is what they call that. So if the DB's sitting way off, you just sit short. If he's pressing, you just run by him. Does that make sense, Aaron? And so Duke Reese misread that one.
So incomplete, bringing up 3rd and 7. Mansfield Senior. The ball is at the 44-yard line of Defiance. 5:33 left.
It's getting loud over there, Aaron.
Very loud here in the opening quarter.
A little timeout.
Somebody took timeout. We'll keep it right here. This may not be a full 1-minute timeout. Don't want to miss a big 3rd and 7. High school football on WMAN. We're driven by the Buckeye Superstore. State Route 39 in Shelby, home of the Low Payment Kings. BuckeyeSuperstore.com. Couple other news and notes we didn't get to before we got rolling here. If you are curious, and I know you are, Erik Will.
Always curious.
For Defiance, it is a 125-mile trip here to Mansfield. 2-hour drive. They are 28 miles from the Indiana border.
Right.
So, and our drive was across the street, right?
Oh, man, yeah. Yeah, that's what I say with these regions, man. I mean, you can have to rent a U-Haul and almost change addresses to play these games. But I love it because then you get to start seeing that regional football. You know what I mean?
Right.
Because that WBL is a great football conference, man. Defiance plays real big boy football over there.
Tell you what.
It's a great league.
Crowd getting into it on a 3rd and 7.
I like it.
First quarter scoreless, 5:33 left. Senior high, 3rd and 7 at the Defiance 44. Makai Bradley starting at halfback. He'll move to the left side, one receiver wide left. They'll hand it off to Darson left side.
Ooh!
He gets drilled at the
Nice
40-yard line. There's Rodenberger flying up from his safety spot to make the tackle at the 40-yard line, a 4-yard gain. It looked like there was going to be another big gainer, and Rodenberger again flew in and closed that gap.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, even on the replay here, that's a great job. See, that's how your safety has to play, Aaron, and you can tell he didn't see it. Darson didn't see that at all, and Mansfield obviously going for this thing. They're the second big 4th down decision, but this one to me is even a little bit longer. A little bit more of a decision because it's longer. You're looking at a true 3 yards here.
4th and 3 at the Defiance 40-yard line, senior high. They'll hand the football off to Ricky Mills. He'll be tackled, and he may not have the first down.
I don't think he got it. I think he's a full yard short.
He got to the 38. I think he needed to get to the 37. This may be Defiance taking over on downs.
Yeah.
The officials will sort it out, but from here, that's what it looks like.
Well, I tell you what, big 78 Hazelton right there.
And it
is. 6'2", 350 caused a big pile there.
Defiance stops. They stop them 1 yard shy, so both defenses come up big.
Right.
On the opening possession for each team, Defiance will take over. 4:48 left, opening quarter, we're scoreless.
Right. Here's the thing. Defiance is smaller than Mansfield. When you look guy for guy, they're smaller. What does that mean? That means you better play low to the ground up front. Your second level better be extremely aggressive, and that's what you saw there. That tackle was made by the second, third level.
1st and 10, Defiance at their own 38-yard line. Handoff to Castillo. He'll run into a brick wall at the 40 and kind of work his way out near the 41-yard line. Good job, Samir Phillips. Also, Makai Bradley in on that stop for Mansfield Senior.
Samir Phillips did a great job there, playing low, working right around that offensive line. The guard, wrapping up the legs there, killing the engine. Great job there.
3-yard gain for Defiance, 2nd and 7. Their own 41-yard line. Scoreless, 4:20 to play. Here in the opening quarter, we'll hand out that Spitzer Motors game changer coming up in tonight's postgame. Man in motion for Defiance. They'll hand it off up the middle. They'll work their way maybe a yard as the running back plows forward. Good job, Makai Bradley. Slowing down the running back that time. Erik also in on the stop. Somebody we saw last week, Kevin McDowell, the freshman.
Yes.
6'1", 270, number 56, getting in there as well.
Obviously, they're earning that, Coach Adams, Coach Bradley's trust when you got a freshman playing this type of big boy football and this type of element, with this being the, essentially, what is this, Aaron, the regional semis?
This is regional quarterfinals, correct.
Yeah. And here we go, another 3rd and medium here. So, is this going to be a true passing situation for Defiance? It looks as if, because they're empty.
5 wide receivers, 4 to the right, 3rd and 6. From their own 42, back to pass. Pressure is coming. He'll roll. He'll throw it over the middle. Intercepted. Intercepted at the senior high 48-yard line. Amar Davis across the 40. Hits the 30. And he'll be tackled at around the 28-yard line. Amar Davis with his 8th interception of the year.
Yeah. Hey, man. Did you see the pressure? Look, we got a blitz coming right off the left side, right side of the line. Didn't have enough guys. So number 2 there, Thornton, comes untouched, makes the quarterback, Zipfel, have to elude himself to the right. Too much pressure. Listen, when you're in an obvious passing situation, and Defiance is going to figure this out quickly if you haven't already seen it on film, you are in trouble. You are in trouble. If you are not passing on your terms and you're passing on Mansfield's terms, they are going to eat you up.
3:18 left, opening quarter, scoreless. Senior high, 1st and 10 at the 27-yard line. Handoff, Zion Brown in at running back. He'll work his way right side behind the line, just shy of the 25-yard line. Give him a couple. By the way, entering tonight, Mansfield Senior had 14 interceptions. Yep. Amar Davis had half at 7.
That's
He's
right.
now got 8.
Yeah.
Would you call that a ball hawk?
You know how I feel about him. The dude's in my opinion, he's a scholarship athlete. Zion Brown coming in with 634 yards. Mansfield's leading rusher on the year. I'm looking for that offensive creativity right now. You just had a big play. You don't want to waste this opportunity.
Give him close to 2 on that carry. 2nd down and long. Handoff, Zion Brown. Nowhere to go. In the middle, he'll get maybe down to the 24. Erik, big number 78. Caden Hazelton, 6'2", 350, was right there in the middle. Give him a couple of yards. Yep. It'll be 3rd down, and I'll call it About 6 yards to go,
Man.
maybe close to 7. So Senior High had the interception, but 2 short runs. Do they throw it here?
That Hazelton, 350, man. That is a big dude. And I'll tell you what, man, he took on a double team and ended up helping make that tackle.
3 wide receivers left. A back in the pistol behind Reese. Back to pass. He'll throw it left side. Got a receiver out there, caught. And it's going to be a first down. I believe the receiver got drilled into the sideline.
Yeah.
Terrific catch and hanging on. That was Nate Dismuke on the catch. Does he have the first down?
I think they're just calling him short, Aaron. He's probably it looks like they have him almost a full yard short.
He was on the far side.
Got the replay.
Yeah, so put him down. Put him down at the 18-yard line.
That's not a very good spot.
Okay.
I'm being kind by saying that he's a full yard
so
short.
Duke Reese is going to keep it. Quarterback keeper penalty marker will come out. It looks like he may have the first down, but a penalty marker comes out.
I don't think they were set, Aaron.
Not what Coach Bradley wants when it looked like they were going to have a first down. As Duke Reese kept it on the quarterback keeper, but the penalty marker came out. Yes. Everybody was not ready to go, so that will back up Senior High from a 4th and 1 to a 4th at about 6 yards to go. And do you think about Sean Putt here, or do you go for it? It is a bit of a breezy
I would
night.
kick it. I really would.
And here he comes.
Okay, yeah,
here he comes.
Here's why I say that, because he's been so good this year. And, Aaron, both these defenses are really good.
Yeah.
Points are at a premium right now. They really are.
This will be, it looks like a 40-yard field goal.
I love it. 40 yards. Here we go.
Sean Putt has been dynamite for Mansfield Senior in the special teams game. Here's our athlete of the week, made possible by Neil Cady Insurance just a little over a week ago. Got a plaque from Emerald Awards and Engraving in Ashland, trying to put Senior High up in the second round of the playoffs. Everybody ready. There's the snap, the hold. The kick is on the way, and that kick is
just short.
Just shy. No good.
He can hit that, man. He just didn't get enough leg on it.
Maybe a little bit of wind as well.
Yeah. It looked like he just didn't get all of it. You know what I mean? Even from the kick, I know the wind's blowing, but I think that was almost more about not getting enough of it.
All right, we're not going to step away because it doesn't look like we're going to have a full minute in between.
They don't think about us, Aaron.
At least not now. We've had a lot of defense here early, and so it will be Defiance taking over at their own 20-yard line.
Do you see the field position, though, continuing to still shift Mansfield's way? They're winning this field, the Jim Tressel field position.
3 wide receivers, 1 to the right, 2 to the left. Lala Owens is going to walk his way now down like he made blitz. Now he's going to work his way back out. The quarterback zip with a back to his left in the gun. Low snap. He'll hand it off, and he'll run into a brick wall of orange jerseys. Oh, I'll tell you what. On the bottom of the pile, getting up, is Ricky Mills. He was the first guy that got his nose in there to tackle Castillo. You can throw in Samir Phillips as well, but no gain there on first down.
Yeah, and that's that defensive front. So here's the thing. Is Mansfield huge up front? No, but they have a bunch of 225, 235, 245 dudes sitting up there, and they move really well. They have nasty hands and quick hips. They're really hard to block. It's going to be hard to run even with a 1,200-yard back, man.
Under a minute left, 49 seconds left, opening quarter. Fumble, the ball's loose. The quarterback never fielded the football. Who's got it?
I think he got it back.
I think the quarterback may have got it back.
Man, I'm telling you, how about this TY Tiger defense? I am telling you, Aaron, it's the best defense we've seen in the area since 2019 Mansfield Senior.
I was going to say, and that defense was right here.
Listen, and I'm going to be honest with you. There ain't nothing touching that defense.
That defense was incredible.
Their front four are playing in MAC schools and Big Ten schools, man.
That is a 4-yard loss. So now all of a sudden it's 3rd and 14, Defiance from their own 16-yard line, and they don't have to run another play. 10 seconds left here in the opening quarter. Play clock down to 8. Clock's at 5. Will they get it off? Let's see. Down to 3. Quarterback is ready. And he'll snap it. He'll pitch it right side. Castillo across the 20. Penalty marker comes out. He'll be tackled at about the 23, and we'll sort out this penalty before we wrap up the quarter.
If I'm Chioke, I decline this. I think it's it's some type of offensive infraction there. But if I'm Chioke, I decline it. Just take the ball here. Take the punt, because it's going to be like 4th and 8.
All right, so it will be a tackle, by the way, by Makai Bradley. Chioke Bradley talking with the official on the side. The clock has hit 0-0, so the first quarter is over. Once we get the penalty, we'll step aside. And is he going to back him up? I saw him point.
Oh, yeah. See, I would decline that because it would be a 4th down and 8 or 9. You're getting the punt. I don't like putting the offense back out there with a chance to even make a play. That's why I would decline that take. The down's more important than the yardage to me in this situation. I want the ball back.
That should be the end of the first quarter because that was an offensive penalty,
yes,
right?
correct. We should be heading to the second. Yeah,
All right.
Aaron.
Make sure everybody's on the same page.
Yeah, looks like
hang on.
Not allowed to end with a.
Usually it's defensive penalty.
Right.
All right, so I think we're going to have one more play here with no time left in the opening quarter.
Yeah, here we go. That's all right. Here we go.
4 wide receivers, 3 left. Defiance back to pass. Pressure's coming. They'll hand it off to Castillo across the 15. Hits Chioke Bradley at the 20. Bounces off him. And he'll be tackled. Castillo at the 23, bringing up 4th down.
Look where the ball's at. It is literally right exactly where it would have been if he'd have declined it.
Well, we now have officially ended the first quarter. We'll take a break after one. Mansfield Senior and Defiance scoreless. Back in a minute. You're listening to high school football on WMAM.
Welcome to Richland County's first artificial intelligence ATM. And if you car dance to the song you're listening to now, I will give you $50. See, that's something an ATM can never do.
Oh my gosh, are you serious?
Oh, we're serious.
Gosh, that's awesome. Thank you.
Thank you. We hope your day is a little bit better today.
Yes, thank you.
Back at Arlin Field, after one quarter, we are scoreless between Mansfield Senior and Defiance. Some very good defense in the opening quarter. 4th and 7 for the Bulldogs of Defiance. They'll punt it away from their own 23-yard line. Gomez will boot it away, fielded at the 44 by Chioke Bradley. Quickly left side into Bulldog territory, inside the 45, and he'll be tackled at around the 41-yard line. So Mansfield Senior for the second time, actually third time, starting after
all 3 times.
All 3 times the interception as well, starting with terrific field position.
Yeah, they've made it into they've been in Defiance territory all 3 times. So that's why I said they're winning this field position battle. Now, both offenses right now are struggling to find consistency with success. They've had individual plays, but they haven't had it consistently. If you're Defiance, you got to cut the penalties down. If you're Mansfield, you got to get a little bit more creative in the offense.
My question to you is, Amar Davis, Lala Owens, all the weapons you have at wide receiver, would love to get those guys the ball in space.
That's right. Yeah, you're right.
1st and 10 as they hand the football off. Ricky Mills right up the middle, running people over. Inside the 40, inside the 35, tackled at the 34. Early in this game, by the way, Garrett Rodenberger was running people over. That time he got run over by Ricky Mills.
Here's why. You got 220 against 160, Aaron. There's a difference between hitting somebody that's 175, 180 pounds and then hitting Ricky Mills at 220 running downhill behind his shoulders. Good luck.
9-yard run, and I mean a man's run by Ricky Mills up the middle. 2nd and 1 from the Defiance 34-yard line. Just underway in the second quarter. Handoff. Hold on. The quarterback, Duke Reese, didn't really have his hands on it. Tried to get it to Mills. He dropped it. And Ricky Mills will recover the fumble. And they'll lose a good couple of yards on the actually going to move them all the way back to the 37-yard line. So I'll tell you what, they lose a good 3-4 yards.
Yeah, so that went from like a second, maybe a long or short 2 to a second 4.5, maybe even 5.
And now it's 3rd down.
Yeah.
Because of that play. So 3rd, and we'll call it officially 4. 3rd and 4 from the Defiance 37-yard line. Mansfield Senior, 2 wide receivers and a stack to the right. The pistol look for Reese with Mills behind, and they'll hand it to Ricky up the middle, and he'll work his way. Looks like he's got a Holman Kitchen supply. First down, back inside the 35 and down near the 32. Ricky Mills running downhill moves the chains.
Yes, he does. Lost a shoe on that as well. Man, I'll tell you what.
He ran pretty good with that
Listen,
shoe.
it's amazing how the offense, and I think you see this even with Ohio State when Mayan Williams is running versus Travion Henderson. When Ricky Mills runs the football, there's almost it almost looks like the O-line understands he's playing behind his pads and the holes look a little bit different.
Quick pass right side. Amar Davis tries to get a block out there from Dismuke. He can't get it. Good tackle in the open field by Defiance. And it's going to be a loss of a couple of yards, close to 3. Put him down around the 34-yard line, so that quick pass right side does not work. Good job by that Defiance secondary.
Well, that's a great job by number 3, Brian Phillips, coming from his safety position. They were high-low in the twins out there, so they ran a quick – that play only works if you catch it and you can immediately get up the field. The more you dance, you have no chance to gain yardage with the defense playing downhill.
3-yard loss, 2nd and 13, quick pass to the near side. This is Amar Davis. Gets a good block out there from Dismuke. Players hanging on for dear life to his jersey inside the 20 and down near the 15-yard line. Nearly a 20-yard throw and catch. And how about the block out there by Dismuke to spring him?
Mar Davis, man, that's what I said. Get the kid the ball. Get the kid the ball. He's the best athlete on the field, period. Get him the ball. And then that's a great tackle by Rodenberger, saving a touchdown because that had 6 written all over.
He was stretching that jersey out, was he not?
I think he got a hold of that undershirt.
1st and 10, Senior High, their deepest drive of the night. Football is at the 15-yard line of Defiance. Under 9 to play here in the opening quarter. We are scoreless. Arlin Field, 2nd quarter. Division 3, Region 10 quarterfinal here at beautiful Arlin Field. Handoff will go to Ricky Mills, trying to work his way through the line. Had Rodenberger hanging on his leg, and he'll work his way down near the 12-yard line. Give him a couple on that carry. Ricky Mills with a hard run. After the game, we'll hand out who made a heck of a play. Some free pizza coming up from the Heck Law Offices and Giannito's Pizzeria. Jeff Heck, Jeff Stifler. They're from here. They live here. And they're here to help at HeckLawOffices.com. 2nd and 7. Senior High, the ball at the 12-yard line of Defiance. Again, we're scoreless. 8:20 left here in quarter number 2. And Erik, I'll tell you what, whoever scores first, you really feel a lot of momentum.
Absolutely.
Senior High back to pass. Duke Reese going to throw one right corner of the end zone.
There it is.
The touchdown catch. Guess who? Amar Davis with the catch in the right corner of the end zone. Duke Reese put it on him, and the Tigers strike first.
Hey, great pass by Duke Reese, man. I was talking about that accuracy at the beginning of the game. Duke Reese on time, on target, on point. Listen, all that is a smash, so number 1 sits. And the ball is placed absolutely perfectly. And I'll tell you right now, the defender, Brian Phillips, had no chance at all. That's a 2-way go, man. If he runs the skinny, you're in trouble. He runs the flag, so he runs that smash route. Touchdown.
Sean Putt for the point after. It's up, and just like Mill Iron Auto Parts, it is good. We'll take a break. 8:08 to play. 2nd quarter. Mansfield Senior 7. Defiance nothing. Back in a minute. You're listening to High School Football on WMAN.
Nowadays, you've got enough things to worry about. Your car shouldn't be one of them. And at Spitzer, stay worry-free with our Spitzer Shield. Get exclusive new vehicle benefits, like a lifetime nationwide powertrain warranty, unlimited time, unlimited miles. Plus, get benefits on our Spitzer certified vehicles, like our nationwide powertrain warranty, peace of mind with bumper-to-bumper coverage, and more. Visit your local Spitzer Auto Store today and get the Spitzer Shield.
At Spitzer, our world revolves around you.
Back to the 50s podcast booth on WMAN. Chicken cheeseburger,
Back at Arlin Field after the Mansfield Senior 12-yard touchdown pass. Duke Reese to Amar Davis. Kickoff going to be returned by Defiance. The return man will work his way out to the 30-yard line with 8 minutes to play here until halftime. We can tell you right now, Division 4, Clear Fork is losing after 1 quarter at Elyria Catholic, 21-0 in that football game. Also, Colonel Crawford leads Cary 7-0 in the second quarter. West Holmes up 14-6 in the first quarter on St. Mary's. Crestview up 14-6 on Patrick Henry first quarter. Lucas trails 13-7 first quarter at Lowellville.
What a pass. Duke Reese, man. That's what I'm saying. If he does that, Mansfield's tough, man.
They can run. They got incredible defense. First pass going to be thrown on this drive. Going to be caught by Castillo. He'll break free across midfield. 40, 30, and he'll be tackled at around the 20-yard line. The running back slipped out of the backfield. The quarterback, Zipfeld, got him the football, and he has a big Holman Kitchen Supply first down and a big gainer right near the red zone. And right now the Bulldogs of Defiance after giving up a score in business.
Well, and here's what I like about that. Okay, so listen. They come out, they're throwing the ball, great play call. They leak the back out of the backfield. That requires the linebacker to have unbelievable eye discipline. When you're playing man, you have to account for every single skilled player on the field. It's easy and obvious to go with anybody who's lined up out wide as a wide receiver. When you leak a back out, those backers had better have their eyes all over the back, and that's a great play call by the Defiance offensive coaches.
Hand off to Castillo. He'll work his way right side. Chioke Bradley will get him. He'll fall forward for about 4 yards down to the 16. So a 4-yard run off the right side that time for Castillo. Again, he's had a real nice year. More than 1,200 yards rushing, their leading rusher. And Erik, you heard some of those scores early.
Right.
And Lucas, Crestview, all the games outside of the Clearfork game right now, relatively close early on. And it's still a long way to go for the Colts.
And this is where the playoffs should be starting, is right here, right now.
Here we go. Second down and about 6 yards to go from the 16. Handoff left side to Nichols. Gets a good block on the far side. And then Senior High will ride him into the sideline. Good job coming over. Aaron Thornton was the first guy to greet him. He'll get down near the 10. I believe he has a first down.
Yes, he does.
All right. Holman Kitchen Supply first down. They'll move the chains. They needed 6 yards, and he got exactly that into the sideline. So first and goal now.
Yeah, and I like that. That's a numbers game. So what they did is they motioned their H-back over. They set him up. So now you got a hat for a hat, and then Nichols can just get the ball and go run it. Good job there. Good play call. I like the design of that. If you're going to run the football, get the numbers in your favor. I like the play call by Defiance.
6:10 to play. Second quarter, 7-0 Mansfield Senior first and goal. Defiance at the 10. Handoff Castillo got drilled by somebody at the 10, just stood him up. And then cavalry came. Leo has Samir Phillips to make the tackle, but somebody got there early and stood him up.
Here we go. And I'll tell you what, Aaron, that's exactly right. I don't think either one of them won that. Those were, boom. I'll tell you what, that's two freight trains hitting each other right there.
That was Leo Hess.
It was Leo Hess.
Man.
And then finished him up. But I'll tell you what, both of them delivered the hit on that. Man, that's big boy football right there. I love it. That's pads popping, Aaron.
All right. That gain would be maybe just a half yard. So second and goal from just inside the 10. They'll throw the football into the end zone, and he'll overthrow on the right side his receiver. That was Christian Comiso, the senior tight end, who tried to slip behind the defensive back, and Zipfeld let him a little bit too much. So third and goal coming up now for Defiance. Again, the football on the 10-yard line.
Yeah, and Brez Zipfeld there, man, missed. Gavin Miller on the opposite side. The other tight end was more open. I mean, completely came clear. Was overstanding on the tee of the Tiger in the end zone with nobody within 10 yards of him.
5:28 left until halftime. 7-0 Mansfield Senior. Third and goal from the 10 for Defiance. They'll throw a little screen over the middle. The receiver caught it. Wilder, he'll be tackled at about the 4, but he eludes that tackler, kind of slips off the tackler down near the 1.
Right.
So it's going to be job. That was Wilder on the catch. It's going to be fourth and goal from the 1 for Defiance.
And in my opinion, you got to go for this. See if you can go get your yard right here.
Tell you what,
and the initial hit, Brian or Aaron, was at the
3 or the 4, wasn't it?
Well, no, it was at the 5-yard line, and he literally turned, plant, and jumped. This is a good timeout here, just under 5 minutes. Make sure you get the play in that you want. I don't know if you're just going to line up, Aaron, and just go straight ahead. I don't have a problem with running the ball here, but I'd like some type of, something that's not going to take a lot of time in the backfield, but something that might be just a touch of a misdirection or something maybe that Mansfield hasn't seen. Or maybe you go ahead and do that play action, that little pop pass with a tight end or leak somebody out or some type of boot. Give your quarterback a run pass option here.
Well, I'll tell you what, Mansfield Senior now, can you come up with a huge defensive stand at the goal line. You're up 7-0. Your defense is really good against the run. However, Defiance, they've been able, to get some positive yards. So let's see any type of wrinkle or what happens here coming out of the timeout. And you can find all the scores that I rattled off a moment ago at our website, WMANFM.com. They're on the North Central State College high school football scoreboard. NC State, where the quality is high, the tuition is low, and you don't have to leave home to go far. Mansfield Senior leading 7-0, 4:56 to play until halftime. Defiance 4th and goal at the Tiger 1-yard line. Two backs will split the quarterback in the backfield. One receiver to the right. They'll hand the football off, and he might not get it.
No
Castillo got drilled and smoked at the 1-yard line into a brick wall, and I don't think he got it.
I don't either. Nope, he did not get it.
And who's getting up off the bottom of this pile? We got the binoculars on him. I see Ricky Mills getting up off the bottom of that pile.
Yeah, and
who else was in there?
Yeah.
Tell you what, Ricky Mills is the first guy to slow him up.
Of course it was Ricky Mills, man.
Mills. That is a monster play in this game.
Listen, man, it is. Listen, you had a big play. You had a nice, you had a nice pass play to your running back out of the backfield there,
Castillo, yeah.
50 yards. Once you get inside that 20 and that field condenses, that is extremely difficult. And then what did I tell you, Aaron? If you're going to just line up and run the football, I don't know. Good luck to you, man. I just know how good Mansfield is in those situations. I'm taking them more than I'm not in those situations.
Well, now you got to be careful because your heels are on the shadow of your end zone. 4:44 to go.
They might even just use Duke Reese and just go straight ahead.
7-0 Mansfield Senior. Lala Owens coming on very late. Head coach Chioke Bradley, I think, is going to have to burn a timeout, or they.
Yeah.
A penalty won't move you far. I can tell you that much, but you don't want it. The nose of the ball, by the way, it's not even touching the 1 yard. It's just across the goal line. So
I'll be honest with you, Aaron, you're probably right. I mean, you probably could have just taken it because it would literally be a 1 or 2 inch penalty.
I think they'd go pick the ball up and put it right back down.
But you also don't want to be scrambling around
exactly.
Here. So you want to make sure you get yourself lined up right. So, like I said, don't be surprised if they just kind of goose Duke Reese and try to fall ahead for 2 or 3 yards just to give them a little bit of room. If you're really gutsy, Aaron, this is when you do your play action and throw one over the top to one of your 6'5", 6'4" wide receivers or your speedster, Amar Davis.
I'll tell you what.
Just cut one loose. I'm saying, you'd be surprised how many people will call that because everybody is so geared up and amped up for the run that if you can get behind the defense, it's a game changer.
Tell you what, you get it to Amar Davis in space here. And hang on, somebody's coming off late. It's Amar Davis. So he'll come off very late, senior high at the line, leading 7-0. Duke Reese, as you thought, is going to keep it, and he's going to ride the offensive line across the 5. He hits the 10. They're still going. But it's like a Lucas Rugby scrum across the 15, out near the 17-yard line. A 16-yard offensive line and quarterback just moving people.
That you want to get an offensive line fired up. You want to get a run game fired up. Do that. Just take your quarterback. You're trying to get 2, 3, 4, 5 more feet, and you turn it into 17 yards, Aaron.
By the way, if you're Duke Reese, you're just trying not to get stepped on in there, right?
Duke Reese is just like, that's got to be the coolest thing in the world is to just hold the ball, 2 hands, and just let your O-line and backs just carry you. He's going to get credit. That's almost the entire offense gets credit for a 17-yard run right there.
That is
I love
incredible. And he was surrounded by offensive linemen that were guiding him up the field. Senior high with a 16-yard run. 1st and 10 from the 17-yard line. They'll hand the football off to the near side. The back trying to work his way. Somebody lost a helmet on the line.
Yeah, big old 55 right there, man. That's who lost it. Isaiah Davis, 6'3", 315, man. He came pulling around there and lost his bonnet.
It was on the carry that time. Isaiah Darson, who defensive coordinator Sean Adams, if you missed our pregame interview, told me, we had it podcasted. I've been telling you about this kid all year. He had his first high school touchdown last week at the varsity level, and it was a 49-yard run. 3-yard run right there. 3:37 to play until halftime. 7-0 Mansfield Senior. Handoff again to Darson on 2nd and 7, working it right side across the 25. Out near the 26-yard line, about a 6-yard gain. He'll be about 1 yard shy of a first down. It'll be 3rd down. Good run off the right side.
Yes, it was.
By the sophomore, Isaiah Darson.
Little counter right there. So you had the guard wrap around, kick up onto that backer, which turns out to be the safety. I love that play, Rodenberger. I mean, Aaron, if you're struggling for yards, just run your quarterback sneak, man.
It's good for 16 sometimes, right? 3rd and about a yard. Mansfield Senior, the football is at just across the 25, just shy of the 26-yard line of Defiance. Under 3 to play until halftime. 7-0 TY Tigers. Handoff up the middle. That's Darson. Breaks a tackle. Hits the 30. And he'll be tackled near the 34. Not a big kid, but he runs hard. And he's got good balance. He knows when to put his hand down to give him an extra yard or two, put him down at the 33.
And that's what he did. He's running behind. That's just straight power right there. Your H-back wraps around. That's almost like the old ISO when teams played pro and con with the 2 backs. So they had the 12 personnel with the 2 running backs and the 1 tight end. So Bradley just wraps in through, and you're just running downhill power. That's a nice play call.
Gavin Miller on the tackle that time for Defiance. 1st and 10, Mansfield Senior at their own 33. Duke Reese back to pass. Going to throw one down the seam. Had Lala Owens, but overthrew him. Lala got behind the secondary. That's inside the 30-yard line. Incomplete. Boy, would Duke love to have that one back.
That's what I'm talking about right there, man. He threw a dime to Amar Davis on that smash route. And then he misses Lala, who's 6'5", 225. You got to put it on that dude. He's got a 2-step lead. That's a touchdown, man. Those are plays as you continue to move through the playoffs and even this game. You don't want to leave those plays on the field. You got to make that throw.
It is now 2nd down and 10. Mansfield Senior, the ball at their own 33-yard line. They lead 7-0, 2:19 to play until halftime. Hand off to Darson, right side, across the 35. Tries to break one tackler. He'll get his way up near the 37. So Darson with 40 yards, bringing up 3rd down. And about 6 yards to go for Mansfield Senior. Clock with 2 minutes to play until halftime. And don't forget, our injury report each week is brought to you by University Hospital Samaritan Medical Center over in Ashland. Visit uhhospitals.org for more information.
Yeah.
Mansfield Senior with 3 wide receivers to the left. The quarterback, Reese, is in the pistol. Zion Brown coming in, and they're going to throw the football. Got it. It's Amar Davis across the 45. Makes a man miss. Going to come to the near side. Hits midfield. Defiance territory. And tell you what, he got pulled down out of bounds at around the 46-yard line. So I'll tell you what, Amar Davis has been big time when Senior High has needed a big pass play, and they moved the chains. And Erik, with 1:33 to go at the Defiance 46-yard line, could they go up 2 scores? Would be huge.
It'd be absolutely huge, especially the way Mansfield's defense plays every single game and every single series. I love the pass play there, man, just hitting that number 3 right there in the seam.
Hand off. We'll go to Zion Brown. Good crease up the middle. Nice cut inside the 40. He'll be tackled at the 35-yard line. Good run by Zion Brown, who also lost his helmet on that play. In on the tackle that time was Abel Rubio, the sophomore. He had very good sportsmanship right there because he handed the helmet.
Yes,
Zion Brown. Love to see that.
That's right. Yeah, absolutely. And Aaron, you said it, man. Great cut on that as he's pulling around there following his guard.
1st and 10 at the Defiance 36-yard line. Clock running. Pass right side, far side. Going to be caught. Good throw by Duke Reese inside the 30. And going to be tackled on that far side of the field. And on that catch, that is Jermaine Bradley, the junior, number 3 for Mansfield Senior. Timeout taken by Mansfield Senior. We'll keep it right here. I mentioned the ball got inside the 30 down to the 27-yard line. We'll keep it right here, as I mentioned, just because this may not be a full 1-minute timeout. 7-0 Mansfield Senior.
Man,
tell you what, that was a good pass by Duke Reese.
Yeah, it's funny, man. You got to see the arm strength of Duke Reese hitting Jermaine Bradley, because I'll tell you what, Keontae Bradley was actually the easier throw, and he was sitting at that number 3 spot, sitting at about 6 yards. But, man, what a bullet. You're right. He threw a really nice play. Listen, Aaron, when you get 2nd and 1, you can live in 2nd and 1. You know what I mean? You got the entire playbook open to you right now. So I like what they're doing. Have you seen here, Aaron? They are mixing run, pass, run, pass. I like the pass on 1st down. Duke Reese is developing a rhythm. And what you're seeing is you're keeping Defiance defensively on their heels. Mansfield has won the – think about this. They're winning the penalties. They're winning the field position battle, and they're doing a better job offensively through play calling by keeping the defense on their heels.
High school football on WMAN, driven by the Buckeye Superstore, State Route 39 in Shelby, home of the Low Payment Kings, BuckeyeSuperstore.com. 2nd down and about a yard to go. Mansfield Senior, the ball at the Defiance 27-yard line. 7-0 Mansfield Senior, 1:05 to go until halftime. 3 receivers left. Quarterback Reese in the pistol. Darson back in. He's going to hand him the football. Good move, jump cut up the middle, inside the 20-15, and he'll get down near the 13-yard line. The sophomore Isaiah Darson with another great run. This one goes for about 15 yards and another Holman Kitchen Supply first down.
That counter play's eating Defiance up.
1st and 10 at the Defiance 12-yard line. Reese back to pass, throws it over the middle, caught at about the 10-yard line. That pass goes to Amar Davis. Clock running, 43 seconds to play until halftime. It is
plenty of time here.
It is 2nd down. As we mentioned, they got about 3 yards on that play. 2nd and 7, have to get down near the 3. Reese back to pass, looking left, nowhere to go, going to pull it down. He may run, now he's just going to throw it out of bounds. And clock will stop with 25 seconds to play until halftime, bringing up 3rd and 7, Mansfield Senior. Again, the ball, it's at the Defiance 10-yard line, 25 seconds to play. They lead 7-0 approaching halftime.
Man, I'll tell you what, Duke Reese missed. He's lefty, so he spills to the left. Makes sense. Man, if he would have spilled to the right, Aaron, there was nobody there.
Oh, could have ran it in.
Yeah, I think he could have run it in. I mean, I'm telling you, there was nobody to that right side. The corner had even worked over halfway. The backside corner had worked almost all the way across the field.
All right, 25 seconds to play until halftime. 7-0 Mansfield Senior. 3rd and 7 Tigers. The ball at the Defiance 10-yard line. 2 receivers each way. Darson behind Reese in the pistol. Now Amar Davis will come in motion to the right. They'll throw it left side.
You got to call that.
They threw it for Chioke Bradley.
Got to call that.
He's bumped into, and there's the penalty marker. The official on the near side didn't throw it. The back judge did. Yeah. Pass interference right at the goal line as the DB collided with Chioke Bradley.
We're getting the replay here, too. I mean, you have to call that.
It was early.
Yeah, there's no doubt about it. He played up and through.
That was Wilder.
It's a great effort by Wilder, but there is no doubt that he played through the wide receiver. He hit him easily a full second before the ball got there. That is the correct call.
All right, so 21 seconds to play until halftime. It is pass interference on Defiance. So the football, they'll move it, but it will not be a first down. They will move the ball. It's 3rd and about 2. Ball at the 5-yard line of Defiance. 3rd and 2. Low snap to Reese. He's going to throw it. Got a man over there. It's Lala Owens, and he's got it. Lala Owens in the right corner of the end zone, just across the goal line. Reese fired a missile. Owens catches it. Touchdown, Tigers.
That's too much cushion by that corner, man. That's not, listen, when you're sitting, your heels should be on that goal line and you're not backing up. That corner's given so much ground, and I get it. He's supposed to have help underneath from number 21 there, Gomez, who doesn't get out to the flat, but you still got to be there quick enough to be able to make a play on that ball. That's just, I don't like the schematics of the defense on that play.
Extra point up, and just like Mill Iron Auto Parts, Sean Putty, it's good. We'll take a break. 17 seconds to play until halftime. 14-0 Mansfield Senior over Defiance. Back in a minute. You're listening to high school football on WMAN.
Welcome to Richland County's first artificial intelligence ATM. And if you car dance to the song you're listening to now, I will give you $50. See, that's something an ATM can never do.
Oh my gosh, are you serious?
Oh, we're serious.
Gosh, that's awesome. Thank you.
Thank you. We hope your day is a little bit better today.
Yes, thank you.
Back at Arlin Field after one of the longest drives in school history. We'll talk about that in a moment. 14-0 Mansfield Senior. Kickoff is going to be returned by Defiance across the 25, 30-yard line. And actually, nice little return right there, but they're not going to have a whole lot of time. 10 seconds to go till halftime. They trail Mansfield Senior 14-0 at the 33. And as soon as the door opened to the coach's room, what is the first thing we heard? 99.5-yard drive. They love what they just saw.
Well, why wouldn't you, man? I mean, listen, Mansfield Senior, domination on offense, domination on defense. This is a Mansfield Senior type game. Now, listen, you got to go to halftime, make your adjustments. You know, the last thing you want to do is come out and take anything off of what you've seen here. Mansfield's defense is doing what Mansfield's defense does. I feel like the offense is playing well against a top-flight defense in Defiance. If you're a TY Tiger fan, I don't think there's a whole lot to criticize in this first half.
Well, Defiance takes a knee, and we're at halftime here. Mansfield Senior 14, Defiance nothing in the Division III Region 10 quarterfinal here at Arlin Field. We'll have numbers coming up in just a bit. I know the OH.REPORT will have the band on the field. We'll have halftime with the Ohio News Network. We'll be back and get you ready for the second half. Again, halftime at Arlin Field. Playoff football round 2, regional quarterfinal. At the half, Mansfield Senior 14, Defiance nothing. We'll take a break. You're listening to high school football on WMA.
Nowadays, you've got enough things to worry about. Your car shouldn't be one of them. And at Spitzer, stay worry-free with our Spitzer Shield. Get exclusive new vehicle benefits, like a lifetime nationwide powertrain warranty, unlimited time, unlimited miles. Plus, get benefits on our Spitzer certified vehicles, like our nationwide powertrain warranty, peace of mind with bumper-to-bumper coverage, and more. Visit your local Spitzer Auto Store today and get the Spitzer Shield.
At Spitzer, our world revolves around you.
Welcome to Richland County's first artificial intelligence ATM. If you car dance to the song you're listening to now, I will give you $50. See, that's something an ATM can never do.
Oh my gosh, are you serious?
Oh, we're serious.
Gosh, that's awesome. Thank you.
Thank you. We hope your day is a little bit better today.
Yes, thank you.
Take a look at all the action from Friday Night Football right here in North Central Ohio with great analysis, highlights, coach interviews, and so much more every single Friday night right here on the OH.REPORT.
No, you won't get used. Order for long if you keep it now very long. Something faster on the throne. Where you hide, I'm coming after you. Say, another Without you, it's out of bounds. Take me for a while. Live it up through time. No matter what you do, I'm gonna take you down. Take down, break down, take down. Everybody wants to break down, take down. Just about the time I think that it's alright. Take down, take down, touchdown. Shake that down, break down. Everybody wants into the crowded line. Break down, take down, just yeah. You busted it! One, two, three. Forward. I'll wait. I'll wait. Good.
There's one in the middle. There's one in the middle.
Go.
In the middle.
You're right. You're fine. Go. 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 You're good. You're good. Go. Set. Yeah. Good. All right. Forward. One, two, three, four.
Eyes on the road, not the phone. Hi, this is Gary Walters from Reinhardt Insurance, reminding you to just drive. 6 out of 10 crashes involve distracted driving. Stop the text and stop the wrecks.
A caring reminder from Reinhardt Insurance, Mansfield's trusted agency.
Since 1956, Reinhardt Insurance Agency has served Mansfield businesses and families. Gary, Ted, Mark, John, and the Reinhardt team wishes all the best to our area student athletes in our community. Reinhardt Insurance, Mansfield's trusted agency, a Grinnell Mutual provider.
Ohio State football.
Stover, and he bulldozes his way into the end zone.
Saturday, Ohio State's back on the road at Northwestern. Kickoff at noon.
Follow the Buckeyes on the road to the national championship on WMAN. Mid-Ohio weather.
This weekend in November starts warm and very windy. Wind advisory 11 a.m. Saturday to 9 p.m. Saturday. Could have gusts up to about 40 miles. Nighttime low down 59.
Halftime from beautiful Arlin Field, where Mansfield Senior has a 2-touchdown lead over Defiance. 14-0 Mansfield Senior at the break. We welcome you back inside the Wendy's broadcast booth. Hines, Erik Will. WMAN tonight teaming up with our good friends at the OH.REPORT to bring you live high school playoff football on this first Friday in November, where the temperature was 65 degrees at kickoff. It's still supposed to be in the 60s till midnight, so
yep,
great weather and that great Tiger defense, my friend, continuing to roll. As I have a stat I just dug up, and I told you a moment ago.
Yep.
Mansfield Senior in the last 14 quarters has allowed 13 total points.
Yeah, I mean, it's crazy. Since the West Holmes game, really, I mean, going clear back to week 4, they have just been dominating people on that side of the ball. And I think that's more, like I said, I think that's more of a product of how good Massillon, obviously, and West Holmes, who's playing tonight as well against a great St. Mary's team out of the same conference that I believe Defiance is from.
Correct.
So, we're seeing that play out, so 2 OCCs and 2 WBLs. But, when you think about this, Mansfield going into halftime, their defense is only giving up 111 yards. Last week, what was it, Aaron? I think they had given up like 30-some yards at half or 60 yards at half. It was something ridiculous like that.
I think it was in the 20s or 30s.
Yeah. And so when you're looking at it, and then I look at Mansfield having 10 first downs to Defiance's 3. And what I love is that 99.5-yard drive, which, like we said, I mean, it doesn't take a rocket scientist. It probably, it's probably a school tying or a school record-setting drive of 95.5 or 99.5 yards.
John Davis is on it, by the way.
That's right, all over it. And, you look at the plays, it's only been 28-21, but Mansfield has been able to be, the last 2 drives in particular, Mansfield was very good with the diversity of their play calling and the execution of that play calling. And I thought and I think right now that's the difference in the game. And Defiance got to bring that defense out and get a stop, because the last thing you can do with that TY Tiger defense is fall into a 21-0 hole. You do that and this baby's. So I'm just telling you, Aaron, I don't know if I feel comfortable enough saying, with any type of confidence that Mansfield's going to give up 3 touchdowns. I don't know about that, considering, like you said, the stat you just gave.
Well, and I want to run through the scoring summary quickly.
Right.
10 first downs, Mansfield Senior, just 3 for Defiance, and holding them to 47 yards rushing. They average 171 on the ground per game, and you're holding them under 50, which is great.
Right.
The other stat, and John Davis was up here, the stat guru, him and I were talking, Erik, at halftime. How big was that stop for Mansfield Senior? Defiance was going to score and tie this game, and Mansfield Senior stops them, goes 99.5 yards. They take a 2-touchdown lead. This game could be tied.
Yeah, I'll tell you what. It's it's one of those things that it's a difference maker. It changed the complexity of this game. It went from being potentially even a tie to gaining, it's a 14-point swing, essentially. That's what you would call it. And so with Mansfield being able to go down and do exactly what we were kind of wondering on the outset, would they be able to move the ball? Because sometimes if Mansfield has had any type of criticism, if you want to even call it that, it's sometimes with the offensive creativity or the execution of the offense. And I'll tell you what, on that drive, they get an A+.
Well, I'll tell you what, let's run through that scoring summary. 14-0 Mansfield Senior. They scored all 14 points in the second quarter. It was scoreless after 1. It was, by the way, if you're curious, 2 touchdown passes from quarterback Duke Reese to 2 different receivers. Those are the senior high scores in the first half. At the 8:08 mark of the second quarter, it was a 12-yard touchdown pass. Beautifully thrown ball to the right corner of the end zone. Reese to Amar Davis. Point after good by Sean Putt. 7-0 Mansfield Senior. Then we mentioned Defiance was on the 1-inch line going to score. Ricky Mills stuffed them along with others at the inch line. They drive 99.5 yards, and they get in with 17 seconds to play until halftime. It was a 5-yard touchdown pass from quarterback Duke Reese to junior Lala Owens. In the right corner of the end zone, just across the goal line. Point after good by Sean Putt. 14-0 Mansfield Senior here at the break. Let's run down some of the other scores on the North Central State College High School football scoreboard. Interesting scores at halftime. Clear Fork trails 28-7 at the half at Elyria Catholic. Loudonville tied with Nelsonville York at 7 at the half. Crestview in a close one, leading Patrick Henry at halftime 17-14. Colonel Crawford leads defending state champion Cary at the half 14-7. West Holmes was tied at 21. They've now scored 2 touchdowns in a row, and they lead St. Mary's at halftime. West Holmes 34, St. Mary's 21. Lucas has taken the lead at the half at Lowellville 21-13. It is Danville leading Hillsdale at halftime 35-21. And if Mansfield Senior is fortunate enough to hang on and win this football game, they play the winner of Lutheran West and Holy Name. And Erik will at the half. Lutheran West leads Holy Name 10-0 at the half.
There you go. And that game will be at a neutral site.
That game would be at a neutral site.
All games are neutral sites.
So I'll tell you what, I really enjoy Arlin Field for many things.
Right.
Not only it's the most beautiful place, it's right across the street.
Right.
It's a long drive, right? By the time we get in and close the doors, we're here.
It takes Jory all of 5 minutes to get here. It takes us about 30 seconds.
Yeah, I'll tell you what.
I can see home base from here, Aaron.
Yep.
I've even seen the lights flicker off the antenna
off the
there.
tower.
Yep.
Absolutely. You got it. By the way, nice crowd from Defiance,
Yeah, they
traveling
brought a good crowd.
125 miles.
Right.
2-hour drive. And Mansfield Senior with a 14-0 lead. If you were just tuning back in, Mansfield Senior's defense, I gave the stat when we came back, and they've allowed 13 points in the last 14 quarters. That defense is just incredible. And their offense will get the football first. As remember, they won the toss and deferred, so Defiance will kick the football off. It'll be fielded by Mansfield Senior, and Amar Davis at the 9-yard line across the 15. Good open field tackle. Flying down the field for Defiance that time. Andrew Irizarry, the junior, he plays linebacker on defense, but on special teams, made a great open field tackle at about the 18-yard line.
Yeah, Andrew Irizarry there did a real nice job. Did a great job right there of containing. The idea on kickoff is you always say inside and in front. That means do not let them on the outside shoulder. Irizarry did a great job of not allowing that to happen. So here we go. Mansfield's on their own 18-yard line. Defiance has to put the heels in the ground right here.
All right, Mansfield Senior, as we mentioned, defense has been good. The offense with 2 passing touchdowns from quarterback Duke Reese, who's in the pistol. Hand it off to the sophomore. Darson darts right side, breaks a tackle. Oh, almost foul. Uses his arm, keeps his balance. 30, 40, midfield. Right, Wilder's going to ride him out of bounds inside the 45 of Defiance, down near the 42, and the sophomore running wild.
How about that? It was all started by that offensive line, Aaron, up front, man. They opened up a gigantic hole. If he doesn't stumble, he might take it to the house because he had an angle.
How about his balance?
That's a great job. I mean, that's just power, man. All they're doing is, like I said, look at Bradley there. Makai Bradley just dominate on that ISO block. All they're doing is taking it from that H position, and they wrap him through an ISO right on that backer, man. It's been a great play for Mansfield tonight.
1st and 10. They'll hand it off again to Darson from the 42. He'll stumble his way inside the 40 and down near the 37. He'll get close to 5 yards on that carry. And again, the sophomore Isaiah Darson has been very, very good for this football team here tonight.
They're just more physical right now at the point of attack, Aaron. That's just a reality of what you're seeing. They're a little bit bigger, other than obviously Hazelton, who's 350. But really, man for man across, they're a little bit bigger, and they're playing downhill. They're using leverage and positioning to create those walls.
Nearly a minute gone into the 3rd quarter. 14-0 Mansfield Senior. 1st and 10. Zion Brown will come in for Darson. Handoff, not a lot of room to operate. He'll get basically back to the line of scrimmage. Good job, Abel Rubio, the sophomore linebacker, who is one of their tops in tackles, up to make the stop at the line of scrimmage. No gain, bringing up 3rd and 5 for Mansfield Senior. Clock running, 10:40 to play. Here in the 3rd, 14-0 TY Tigers trying to move on to the regional semifinals next week with a win here tonight. They've won 7 straight, by the way. The last time they won 7 in a row, that 2019 that went to Canton. 3rd and 5, back to pass. Reese is going to throw it, slipping out of the backfield. There's Makai Bradley, who blows people up in blocking, but he can catch too.
Yeah.
And he'll have, I believe, yes, he will, a home and kitchen supply. 1st down to the 31. He needed 5. He got 6.
Yeah, absolutely. He got it too. Way to slip him out of the backfield, out of that H position there. And that's what I was getting ready to say is, if Mansfield would have come back with a run there, that would have told you that this is 4-down territory. But I like the play call there. Listen, play action is only gold if you run the ball well. Mansfield has consistently run the ball well tonight.
1st and 10 at the Defiance 31-yard line. 10 to play here in the 3rd. 14-0 Senior High. 2 receivers. They'll pitch it right side. Zion Brown. Abel comes up. Brown cuts back, and he'll get about a yard forward to the 30-yard line. Good job by Abel Rubio, because he really closed fast, making Brown make a cut, and he just got a yard.
Yeah, you know what? And listen, sometimes getting a yard's a win. There wasn't much there. It's a good cutback. Good job by Rubio maintaining leverage there, working inside out from that backer position. Just fall ahead and get your yard. Live to see another play.
3 wide receivers left for Mansfield Senior. Lala Owens on the right side of that line, and he'll line up on the line of scrimmage. Duke Reese back to pass. Nowhere to go. Breaking down, going to roll to the right. Sets his feet. Now he's just going to throw it away, trying to find somebody, but couldn't. And he'll throw it away. It was 2nd down and 9. It'll be 3rd and 9 now. Clock stops, 9:14 to play. Here in the 3rd, 14-0 Senior High school football on WMAN. We are driven by the Buckeye Superstore. State Route 39 in Shelby, home of the Low Payment Kings, BuckeyeSuperstore.com.
Yeah, here we go. So I do believe this is 4-down territory. And Mansfield has their entire playbook right here, essentially, because I do believe it is 4-down territory.
In these spots, Amar Davis has been big tonight.
Yeah, and he's sitting at that number 3 spot, too, and he works away from that backer, and he should be open.
3 wide receivers left, 1 to the right. Reese back to pass. He'll sling it right side. Got a receiver. Oh, he dropped it. I think it was Dismuke. Yes, it was Nate Dismuke who would have had the 1st down. Yep. He was hit, but it looks like he did not bring that in. Incomplete. It'll bring up 4th and 9. Good throw by Duke Reese.
Hey, and it's a great route by Dismuke. You just got to catch the ball, man. You got what you wanted. The idea is to get that corner to turn his hips, and he did that. The corner was bailing even before the snap, so you can see the respect for speed. He broke down at 10 yards. It was a great route. You got to catch the ball.
All right, so here we go. 4th and 9, Mansfield Senior. The ball at the Defiance 30-yard line. 9:10 to play here in the 3rd. 14-0 Senior High. Reese with a back now, moving to his right. It's Darson. 4 receivers, 3 left. Reese back to pass, sets the feet, steps up. Nowhere to go. Going to pull it down. May run Got some pressure coming, going to heave it to the end zone. Got a man there, but he overthrows him out of the back of the end zone. Incomplete. Back there was Nate Dismuke, but over his head and out of bounds, and the Tigers turned it over on downs.
Yeah, and, Duke there doing a good job by himself. Listen, you're dropping 8 into coverage. There aren't many lanes there. I'll tell you what, kind of working away there to his left and just overshot him. Listen, the way your defense is playing, that's not going to kill you. It's just a turnover on downs there. It was a 4-down territory. But at least he didn't get sacked. At least there wasn't a fumble. At least he didn't throw an interception. Let your defense come out here and do what they've been doing all night.
So 9 minutes left here in the third. 14-0 Senior High. 1st and 10 Defiance at their own 30-yard line. A man in motion. They'll get the ball to Wilder left side. Makai Bradley will knock him out of bounds across the 35 and near the 38-yard line. So close to 8 yards on the run there for Anthony Wilder as they brought him in motion.
Yeah.
Good first down pickup for Defiance.
Yep.
And they'll try and move those chains for Mansfield Senior. A score would have been big because up 3 scores on this defense would have been a mountain. Now for Defiance, if you can go down and score here, you feel a whole lot better.
Absolutely. And picking up, 7 yards, Aaron, or 8 yards even
close
on
to
first
8.
down. That's a nice play call. That's a good execution there.
2nd and 2 from the 38. Handoff in the back will struggle forward and get blown up for maybe 1 yard gain as Castillo fell forward. But I'll tell you what, Samir Phillips.
Yeah, Makai Bradley.
Makai Bradley flew in there as well. I'll tell you what, Makai Bradley, Samir Phillips, Leo Hess, Ricky Mills, you throw out Aaron Thornton. They're just, as you would call them, dudes all over this field.
Absolutely. And like you said, Samir Phillips has had a great game today as well. It's just a stout group of guys, man. It really is.
1 yard gain for Castillo as he fell forward. So Defiance 3rd and 1 from their own 39. 8:16 to play in the third. They trail 14-0 here to Senior High at Arlin Field. Wilder in motion. The quarterback will take it. He may have the first down. Yes, he will across the 40 out near the 42. So Zip fell. Oh, I'm sorry. No, it wasn't Zipfel that time. It was Gavin Miller.
Yeah.
Gavin Miller.
Wildcat.
Gavin Miller is the backup quarterback if you are curious, but lining up on the Wildcat, as you mentioned, he starts on defense at defensive tackle, so a pretty physical kid. And that time he came in, maybe caught people by surprise a little there, at least me.
Well, yeah, and that's by design there. He's a bigger guy. He's kind of your short yardage specialist. And here's the thing, Mansfield makes everything difficult.
That was, 2-3 yards, and it wasn't easy. 1st and 10, they'll hand the football off. Flying in to make the tackle is Leo Hess. He tripped up the running back at around the 41. He'll stumble forward for about 2 more to the 43. That's Castillo. But number 44, Leo Hess, like a missile, came flying in.
Yeah, Leo Hess is doing a good job. He's well coached, and so he's reading the guard pull. His guard pulls. You yell, pull, 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 and you fill right now. And even Bradley heard that, so he comes down, and he's sitting in the hole. That's how you play perfect fit, 8-gap responsibility run defense.
2nd down and about 9 to go. Defiance from their own 43-yard line. The quarterback back to pass. Pressure is coming. Zipfel's going to roll to the near side, going to throw. There's nowhere to go. Receiver, tight end, Camaso had Aaron Thornton draped all over him. He'll just throw it out of bounds into the Senior High sideline right across midfield. Good Tiger defense there.
Well, Leo Hess, man, met that big old tight end coming across that 6'2", 235, man, and then just kind of passed him off there to Thornton. And it creates a 3rd and long, another passing situation for Defiance. Like I said, Mansfield just makes everything so difficult for the offense.
By the way, watching defensive coordinator Sean Adams yelling, getting out there at the edge of the field. He's getting down there in the 3-point stance. You can tell he's fired up and ready to go.
Yeah, he might fire off the ball here.
3rd and 9. Defiance, the ball at their own 43-yard line. Under 7 to play in the third. 14-0 Mansfield Senior. Zipfel back to pass. Pressure is coming. He'll throw a screen. He'll get it to Castillo. Bradley drills him at the 40-yard line. He'll struggle to the 41. That will actually lose 2 yards. And that Senior High defense, I'll tell you what, last week they had a spring in their step. I'll tell you what, they have not missed a beat.
Well, they all read it well. I mean, you're looking at my guy Ricky Mills reads it. Thornton reads it. And then you also have your linebacker, Makai Bradley, who comes over from the Sam position, and he comes back and makes the play. Listen, this defense is really, really good. Because what are you doing against an aggressive defense? You're supposed to screen, right? They just ran a screen. And Mansfield's very disciplined. Coach Adams does a phenomenal job. One of the best DCs in the area.
Absolutely. Gomez will punt it away. Here, a low line drive kick. on 4th and 11, and Keontae Bradley kind of dangerous, comes up and fields it at the 25 across the 30 and knocked out of bounds, and a penalty marker will come out. A little bit. Don't know if that was a little late going into that sideline.
Well, they called it. I can guarantee you that because the flag came out, and that's what it was on.
Got the replay here with the OH report. Yep. He scoops it up at about the 24, and I'll tell you what, I think it was the way he got tackled. Yeah. I think he got pulled down. May have been by the face mask.
Well, it was either face mask, could have even been a horse
collar. Absolutely. That was one of those tackles. You're just glad everybody's okay.
Yeah, no, and he is. He's fine. So they're going to move at 15, which is going to continue to add to the penalty issues for Defiance.
That's going to put Erik. That's going to push it toward midfield.
Right.
They're going to put the nose of the ball at the senior high 48-yard line.
81 yards. That's 81 yards in penalty. They had 66 at halftime. So
senior high at their own 48-yard line. So excellent field position. Erik, they've really had good field position all night except for one drive.
Right. And that's the one they went 99.5.
And they went 99.5 yards for a score. 14-0 Mansfield Senior, third quarter. 6:03 to play. Tigers with the football. 2 receivers right, 1 to the left. The back, Zion Brown to the left of quarterback Duke Reese. In motion, Amar Davis. They'll pitch him the football, and a penalty marker will come out. Davis breaks a tackle into Bulldog territory. He'll be tackled just inside the 45-yard line, but I don't think everybody was set.
Yeah, it was an illegal shift. You got to make sure everybody's set before you set him in motion, because otherwise Amar Davis would have to come, get set. You got to wait a count and then snap the ball. When you have a guy in motion that's running in that jet motion, you got to make sure everybody is set for at least a second.
And Erik, it's unfortunate. That was an 8-yard gain.
Yes, it was.
That was a good play, good blocking. Everything was good, yeah.
I like it because you're also getting Amar Davis the ball, and that's, that every time we cover Mansfield, I want 8 touching the ball.
Absolutely. So the penalty will back them up. Senior high, the ball at their own 43-yard line. 1st and 15, 5:56 to play here in quarter number 3 of the regional quarterfinals here at Arlin Field. Second round of the playoffs. We'll hand out our Spitzer Motors game changer coming up in the postgame. Duke Reese, 2 touchdown passes early in this game in the second quarter. Handoff to Darson. Did his knee hit? Yes, he did. He was trying to sell it that he didn't. And around the 44-yard line, he's still running. He goes into the end zone, but they'll blow it dead at the 44. Only the OH report's going to tell us if the knee hit.
That's what I say. Here we go. Let's take a look.
Does the knee touch? And
I'll
tell you what,
he
rolls across the ground.
It's a good sell job.
Well, he was trying to sell that.
I like the sell job. Good job, young fella.
I was thinking he rolled over somebody.
Right. Attaboy, Darson. You sell that, man. Don't apologize for it. Make him blow the whistle.
All right, so he will get a 1-yard gain. I think he was just thinking, hey, if I could have broke that tackle,
right,
there may have been a ways to run. 2nd down, 14, senior high, the ball at their own 44-yard line. 5 to play in the third. They lead 14-0 over Defiance. Back to pass. Duke Reese rolling to the near side, going to sling it.
And it's
going
the ball.
Going to be dropped by Keontae Bradley. Hit him in the hands, maybe even in the helmet.
That was
or in the face mask at around the 40-yard line. And Duke Reese had some sizzle on that.
Man, what a great throw. Working out. We got a little sprint out to the left, and you got levels there.
I think it went through his hands.
Oh, man. Listen,
mask.
My man Duke, I'm going to give you one on that. Like I talked about accuracy earlier. Well, your receiver's got to help you out because that thing hit you. He cannot throw a better pass than he just did right there. That's a great throw.
And that would have been a first down or right around the first down marker. So now 3rd and 14, Mansfield Senior. Ball at their own 44-yard line. 4:54 to go here in the third. Again, they lead 14-0. 4 receivers, 3 left, 1 to the right. Reese in the pistol. Behind him, Zion Brown. Back to pass. He'll load up. Throw one down the seam. Off the hand of Amar Davis at around the 34-yard line. Incomplete. Penalty marker is out.
Yeah, and that he liked the single receiver side there, so he's running the skinny post, and he gets inside the safety. 17 right there for Joey Robinson got his hands on that.
All right, that is a hold on Mansfield Senior, so one's going to assume they're going to decline that.
Yeah, they're going to decline that and going to pay it. So that's a great job by the Defiance defense. They were able to make the plays they needed to.
Mansfield Senior had some chances.
Yes, they did.
That's what I'm saying.
And that's kind of the results of not catching the ball. You got to catch the football. You got to,
But I'll tell you what's encouragking is the accuracy of Duke Reese on those passes are on the money.
He's really only overshot one guy, and that was Lala on the go route.
So Chioke Bradley is going to punt it away. Nichols back deep for Defiance with 4:47 to play here in the third. Senior high up 2 touchdowns, 14-0. 4th and 14. Chioke Bradley He's going to punt the football away. This is a high, booming punt. Fair catch, and it's going to hit him in the hands at the 15-yard line. The ball is loose, and I think Defiance fell on it. Yes, they did. Oh, baby. That had disaster written all over it.
Yeah, and if you're a punt returner, here's your note right here. Here's your coaching. If you are running backwards to catch the ball,
let it go.
Let it go. You have to. Well, here's why. Making a catch on a punt over the shoulder is extremely difficult, and that's what he tried to do there. Yeah, you got to let that thing go. They're really fortunate that Mansfield didn't get on that thing.
Andrew Irizarry, the man on the spot at the 16-yard line. And that is where Defiance will take over. 1st and 10, trailing Senior High 14-0. 4:35 to play in the third. Glad to have you with us tonight. WMAN OH Report. High school playoff football tonight. Regional quarterfinal here from Arlin Field. Zitveld back to pass. Pressure is coming. He's going to unload it and just throw it toward the sideline. He had a man in hot pursuit right in his face. It was Ahmad Thomas, the junior defensive end, and he just heaved that baby toward the sideline, incomplete.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, Zitveld was just moving around. He had good feet, good footwork there, moving around. But I'll tell you what, it's like you get through that initial wave, and then the second wave, and then the wave that's going to get you comes through. And that's actually a wise decision by the sophomore quarterback there.
Make sure you check on all the playoff scores at our website, WMANFM.com, powered by North Central State College. All right, 2nd down 10 from their own 16-yard line. Man in motion. They'll pitch it to him. Chioke Bradley will grab the back as he avoided one tackler. He'll get his way out near the 17-yard line. So Nichols will get a very short gain, about a yard.
Yeah.
Tell you what, Mansfield Senior makes everything difficult.
Yes, and that's what I said. I said that a couple different times this half because of that exact. I mean, Aaron.
That was a yard.
You're making people miss just to get back to the line of scrimmage. I mean, that's how difficult they are to. It's hard to. Sometimes you can gash them. You can get a big play. You can get a big hit, and that's fine. But it is so hard to just systematically drive down the field.
3rd down and 8. Zitveld back to pass. Got a man in his lap, and he's going to be sacked. The ball's loose. It rolls into the end zone. It's still loose. Into the back of the end zone, and it's going to safety out of the back of the end zone. That Senior High defense hungrier and hungrier on every play, and they force a safety.
Yeah. Aaron, listen, man. It looked like they were trying to do some type of a screen pass here, it looked like, or double throw. Yeah. They were going to throw back to the running back there.
That was your boy Ricky Mills that blew it up.
And of course, Ricky Mills did. And Castillo, it wasn't open, so he was just going to heave it. And I'll tell you what, Mansfield did a great job there getting that safety. So it's now 16-14. And listen, and Mansfield's going to get the ball too. They're going to get the ball back. They got to kick it off to him. Mansfield, here's what I'm seeing. Defiance is a solid club. The problem is Mansfield's just more complete through what we've seen through 2.5, nearly 3 quarters of football. Their defense plays downhill. There's no wiggle room. Mansfield does not allow any type of wiggle room to make a mistake. If you make a mistake, they're going to eat you alive. And then Defiance has also given up 1 turnover. They've lost that. They lost the turnover on downs to give up a 99.5-yarder, and they're getting killed in the penalty department with 81 to 10 yards for Mansfield.
It is now 16-0 Mansfield Senior after that ball was hit, dislodged from the quarterback at the 5-yard line, rolled through the end zone, and nobody could get it like a hot potato out the back of the end zone. And so 2 points for Mansfield Senior. They lead 16-0. Now a free kick. It'll be fielded by Chioke Bradley, 30-40 to the sideline. Penalty marker. Did he step out of bounds? I believe he stepped out of bounds across the 45 out near the 47, but a penalty marker thrown at around the 41-yard line. And I believe it's going to be is it going to be a block in the back on Senior High?
Yeah, I think so.
Yep, it is.
There it is.
Block in the back on Mansfield Senior. So if you are just joining us, 3:22 to play here in the third. Mansfield Senior now has a 16-0 lead on Defiance, and that Tiger defense is just incredible.
Yes, it is.
They just forced a safety. And now with a free kick fielded by Chioke Bradley, a block in the back took place across the 40-yard line. The 10-yard penalty will back them up, and they'll have it 1st and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
Right.
3:22 to go here in quarter number 3. And Erik, I know it's 16-0 is okay. It's 2 scores, but against this defense, it feels like more.
Well, yeah, and you're right. It does. I mean, they've only given up 106 yards, and Mansfield has the balls. We're kind of winding down this third quarter. They've actually lost yardage in the second half.
Handoff, Darson. He'll jump over a man at the line of scrimmage, and he'll get a couple of yards out near the 33. Good footwork there. Good vision by the sophomore Darson. 3:10 to play. Again, third quarter, 16-0 Senior High. 2nd and 8. The ball at their own 33-yard line after the game. Who made a heck of a play? We'll hand out some free pizza courtesy of the Heck Law Offices and Giannino's Pizza. We have seen a lot. I'll tell you what,
a lot of good football,
last week we went all defense in our awards, and I'll tell you what, the defense has been really good again tonight. Duke Reese back to pass, low pass, near side, going to be caught. Good job by the youngster there, Nate Dismuke, going down the sophomore, got his hands under the football at about the 38-yard line. That's a 5-yard throw and catch, bringing up a 3rd and about 3 for Mansfield Senior.
Here's what I like with Duke Reese that I've seen today. Number one, he's only really missed one throw. The second thing is he's very decisive. Pre-snap, he knows where he wants to go with the ball. Like right now, you're getting a two safety high look. So you're going to have to, you're either in quarters or you're in some type of a cover 2 look here. So you have areas that you can attack.
3rd and 3, Mansfield Senior, their own 38-yard line. Handoff to Darson, breaks one tackle. They'll say he went down, but hang on. I don't know that he hit the ground. Yeah. He has the first down on the yardage, but the official blew it dead right away at the 39.
Yeah, and we're going to
see. I'd love to see a replay.
Yeah, well, we're going to see one.
Right now, he is shy.
Power play.
He got hit. And
I don't think he went down.
I don't think he went down.
I don't either. I think they're saying maybe his elbow went down, but he just placed his hand down. Now, the time before when he took off running the end zone, he was down. That one, I thought he stayed up. I'm with you. So that creates a 4th down and 2. And this is tough because if you're Coach Bradley, your defense is, but here's the thing, though. Your defense has played so well, you might just want to kick this baby away, man. Don't give Defiance any type of momentum at all by placing them in positive field position.
It is 4th and 2, Mansfield Senior. The ball is at their own 39-yard line. 1:14 to go here in the third. They lead 16-0. They're going to burn a timeout. We'll keep it right here. This may not be a full 1-minute timeout. And we don't want you to miss a big 4th down and 2 here for Mansfield Senior as we're in the late stages of quarter number 3. Checking some scores from around the area. In the playoffs, update, we can tell you, Colonel Crawford Carey tied at 14 in the third quarter. Crestview still leading Patrick Henry, 17-14 in the third quarter. Also, another score of interest, West Holmes now up 41-21 over St. Mary's in the third quarter. Danville 35, Hillsdale 21 in the third quarter. 28-7, Elyria Catholic defeating Clear Fork. That should be early third quarter. Lucas still leading 21-13 at the half. At Lowville, winner of this game plays the winner of Lutheran West and Holy Name, and that's 10-0 at halftime in favor of Lutheran West. All right, here we go. Senior High out of the timeout. Erik will punt the football.
Yeah, I think this is the right move. Got to punt the football here. Don't give the Bulldogs any momentum at all here.
4th and 2, Chioke Bradley with a high booming punt. And this time they're going to let it hit. It's going to take a Senior High hop. 25-20, still rolling. Now rolling sideways. Just inside the 20-yard line. Senior High will touch it up. Down there in special teams was Christian Javier, Jr. for Senior High with 1:01 to go here in the third. 16-0 Mansfield Senior. That defense scored last week on a pick 6, and defense put up points a moment ago on a safety.
It's what they do around here, man.
They score,
man. Lights out defense. And
they don't just stop you, they score.
I'll tell you what, man. In all seriousness, how great was that Defiance band at half?
Oh
my gosh, I'm serious. That's one of the best bands I've ever seen. I know the OH crew got to watch it, man. I mean, I was just really impressed. We had to say something about that.
Absolutely. I'm glad
they got
did.
after it, man.
Absolutely. Love to see that. 1st and 10, handoff Castillo. Not a lot of room to run. He'll struggle forward. Chioke Bradley on the stop, but somebody else got in there first. He's on the bottom of the pile. Let's see here. You know who it probably is. You got it. Junkyard Dog.
That's right.
Ricky Mills getting off the bottom of the pile. Eric's nickname for him. 2-yard gain out to the 22. 38 seconds left here in the third. 16-0 Senior High over Defiance. And they'll go to the line with Two backs splitting the quarterback. Zipfeld in the gun. One wide receiver out wide to the left. 27 seconds to play here in the third. Back to pass. Got some time this time. Going to throw it left side.
Got him.
Got a receiver. It's Wilder. The defensive back falls down. Wilder down the sideline inside the 20. 10. He dives near the pylon. I don't think he got in. Or did he get in?
He was not in.
Okay. Looks like he's out at the 2.
Yeah.
He was trying to sell it that he hit the pylon out at the 2.
I thought he was going to be around the 1, but here you go. You got your big hit here. They finally got a little protection, too. Did you notice that, Aaron? He was clean in that pocket, and then he won that one-on-one matchup, and that's a big play because, listen, now you're getting ready to head in. You know, if they can get a punch this in, now you give yourself a little bit of momentum here going into the fourth quarter. Last time we got down here, they came away empty.
76-yard throw and catch. He got it over the defender who then fell down, and a good job by one of the other defensive backs to save a touchdown, but now it's 1st and goal. Defiance, they have the ball at the senior high 2-yard line. 12 seconds left here in the third. 16-0 Mansfield Senior. Defiance, again, goal to go at the 2. And what do we have? We have a timeout taken by Defiance.
I can't believe it. See, stuff like that blows me away. It's like you are going to need your timeouts at the end of this thing if you're Defiance. Get your play in. It's 1st down and goal on the 2. You know, get your play in. Even if you run the ball, go to the fourth quarter and talk about it. I just feel like, you know, in that situation, you don't want to burn a timeout with 12 seconds, you know, in the third quarter.
Keontae Bradley with the touchdown
saving
tackle.
Close, wasn't he?
Yeah, he was close. Keontae Bradley, touchdown saving tackle. Far side of the field for me at the binoculars on him. I know he hit the pylon, but ball wasn't in his hand, so I didn't think he was in at that point. They'll put him out at the 2. Timeout Defiance. 12 seconds left, third quarter. Mansfield Senior 16, Defiance nothing. 1st and goal Defiance at the Tiger 2-yard line. They have been down here before, and Senior High kept him out of the end zone on the 1-inch line. Zipfeld not in at quarterback, Erik. It's Gavin Miller.
Yeah, little Wildcat.
Wildcat lined up. Low snap. He's going to pitch it to Wilder right side, and Senior High there to blow it up. Keontae Bradley comes up at the 5-yard line and drops him.
I'm telling you, man. You are not running wide on this team. I'm telling you, we're going to the fourth quarter. If you don't go right at him, you better play action and throw it. You're not running wide on Mansfield. Put that, whatever that play is, put it away. Don't use it.
All right, 3 quarters in the books. We'll take a break. 16-0 Mansfield Senior. Back in a minute. You're listening to high school football on WMAN.
Nowadays, you've got enough things to worry about. Your car shouldn't be one of them. And at Spitzer, stay worry-free with our Spitzer Shield. Get exclusive new vehicle benefits, like a lifetime nationwide powertrain warranty, unlimited time, unlimited miles. Plus, get benefits on our Spitzer certified vehicles, like our nationwide powertrain warranty, peace of mind with bumper-to-bumper coverage, and more. Visit your local Spitzer Auto Store today and get the Spitzer Shield.
At Spitzer, our world revolves around you.
Back at Arlin Field, Aaron Hines, Erik Will, WMAN OH.REPORT. Glad to have you with us after 3 quarters. 16-0 Mansfield Senior, but 3rd and goal. Defiance at the Tiger 5-yard line. Back to pass. Zipfeld's going to be drilled back around the 12-yard line. Hello, Samir Phillips, and good night.
Dude, I'm telling you, man. You get to the 1-2 yard line and you're thinking, I feel pretty good about life, right? And before you know it,
you get hit.
You're outside the 10-yard line. I mean, I'm just telling you, you cannot design anything that takes a long time. It's got to be catch. Where am I going with the ball pre-snap? Decide it pre-snap, and then you got to throw it, and you got to make your decision based off of one read. Mansfield's too athletic. They're too good. They're too fast to hold the ball. You can't get wide on them. They're faster than Defiance. That's just the way that it is. You got to attack them straight ahead.
5-yard sack by Samir Phillips. 3rd and goal from the 10 as Zipfeld was going to snap the football. Penalty marker comes out, and it's going to be on Defiance. Or tell you what, Defiance right now, has got down in this end a couple of times, whether it's been penalties or that senior high defense. They are going the wrong direction. They had it, Erik, first and goal at the 2. They are now first and goal at the 15.
Yeah.
And
actually,
I'm sorry,
it's
it's third
goal.
and goal. It was
goal.
first and goal.
Yep.
It's now third and goal. Thank you, at the 15.
86 yards worth of penalties here. And listen, I can tell you this, every one of those penalties have been earned. This is not one of those things like they're getting homered. I'm telling you, every one of them have been obvious calls.
Well, here we go.
And here we go. So now you're looking at this, and you got to get in the end zone.
Third and goal from the 15. Back to Pat Zipfeld. He's going to get sacked. Senior high flying in, and they will take him down. Incredible. Ricky Mills, Samir Phillips come flying in and sack the quarterback back near the 24-yard line. That senior high defense, they got to the 2. They've went 21 yards the other direction.
Hey, Ricky Mills, man, listen. I can guarantee you, if you're Defiance, he was all over your scouting report. He's the best defensive lineman on the field. And here's what I'm telling you. Defiance has played nobody as athletic and skilled on the defensive side as Mansfield. I can guarantee it. Their defense is fast, and it's nasty, and it's well coached, and they fly around to the ball. And if you do not catch it and get rid of it, you're gonna get thrown to the turf. And Zipfeld is getting, as a sophomore, is getting schooled on an aggressive defense, and you have to make decisions quick.
Timeout taken by Defiance as they got to the line of scrimmage. It is 4th and goal from the Mansfield Senior 23-yard line. They went 21 yards in reverse. Multiple sacks. As we mentioned, Samir Phillips, and then a big sack a moment ago from Ricky Mills. This defense has just been incredible. They go another quarter, Erik Will, without allowing a point. I mentioned earlier, that's now 15 of their last 17 quarters without allowing a point.
Right.
I think 13 total points in the last 15 quarters. But remember, in 2 of the last 3 games entering tonight, they've had shutouts. So this defense has just been absolutely incredible. 10:04 to go in the game. 16-0 Mansfield Senior. 4th and goal. Defiance, the ball at the senior high 23-yard line. One would have to believe they're going to throw it.
And if I'm Mansfield here, play off. Do exactly what they're doing. Play way off and then bring some people.
4 receivers, 3 to the left, back to pass.
Here
And
it goes.
Makai Bradley will grab him, drive him backwards, 35-yard line, and sack him. Makai Bradley with an exclamation point. 3 sacks on this drive. When they got to the 2, they go back to the 30, and the Tiger D takes over.
Yeah, that's a young quarterback getting schooled on what not to do in that situation. You know, some of it might be play calling. The other part of it is he just doesn't know pre-snap where to go and make a play with the ball. And, you know, that's something that should have been addressed in the timeout. Listen, here's what our look is. If you get this look, here's your option. If you get this look, here's your other option. You can't – listen, we do know this. You got about 2.5 to 3 seconds to make your decision. Aaron, they had a 3-man front and blitzed Bradley from the linebacker spot and got home in about 2.5, 3 seconds. It's just their offensive line's getting eaten up by that Mansfield Senior front.
They had a double team that time on Ricky Mills, and guess who? Makai Bradley came flying and made the sack. So Senior High takes over. 9:54 to go in the game, leading 16-0. They'll direct snap it. This time, little wildcat. It goes to Amar Davis. Line of scrimmage was the 30. He'll get 5 yards out to the 35-yard line. And Senior High leading 16-0 would love nothing but to use some clock and maybe get one more score and put this baby away.
Yeah, I mean, one more score would definitely seal it. There's no doubt about that. I'll be honest with you, Aaron. I think Mansfield would be content with just a first down or 2 running the ball. Defiance is down to 1 timeout because they burnt one there right before the fourth quarter, and they burnt one there on the 4th down play. So for Mansfield, I would snap the ball inside of 5 seconds if I'm Mansfield. Just let that clock burn, man.
Play clock at 10, game clock 9:13. 4th quarter, Senior High 16, Defiance nothing. Senior High trying to go to the 3rd round of the playoffs. Direct snap again will go to Amar Davis. Good job following his blockers across the 40 and out near the 44-yard line. He's got a home and kitchen supply first down, and the junior wide receiver can do it all. Defensive back. Good run right there for a first down. One of the Senior High offensive linemen is down on the field. Hopefully everything is okay.
Yeah, we'll see what happens. Kind of down there holding his knee a little bit.
They're going to come out.
And he is moving.
9:01 to go here in the football game. And we may be able to step away real quick and come back, and we'll do that in just a minute. You're listening to High School Football here on WMAN.
Welcome to Richland County's first artificial intelligence ATM. And if you car dance to the song you're listening to now, I will give you $50. See, that's something an ATM can never do.
Oh my gosh, are you serious?
Oh, we're serious.
Gosh, that's awesome. Thank you.
Thank you. We hope your day is a little bit better today.
Yes, thank you.
At Arlin Field out of the timeout, and it was a penalty, by the way, on Defiance for a low block. Everybody's okay health-wise, and the ball will be snapped again to Amar Davis, who will run inside the 30, 20, and be tackled down around the 16-yard line. Another Holman Kitchen Supply first down at the 16-yard line. Amar Davis using the wheels on this drive. And with 8:50 to play in the football game, 16-0 Mansfield Senior.
Yep.
They're in the red zone, my friend.
They are doing it. Listen, I like what they're doing here, man. Changing it up, putting Amar Davis back there, just letting your stud touch the ball every play, man.
First and 10 at the 16-yard line. Hang on. As he goes to snap the football, he kind of delayed for a moment.
Well, nobody released. It was supposed to be a pop pass, and one of the tight ends didn't release.
He'll be tackled back at around the 20-yard line. It was all kind of confusion. He kind of waited, as you mentioned, and nobody moved, and he'll be sacked and tackled back at the 20-yard line, so they'll lose yardage. About 4 yards, bringing up second down and 14. The ball is at the 20-yard line of Defiance. If you are just joining us, 8:17 to go in the football game. This is the regional quarterfinal. Winner moves on to the regional semifinals at a neutral site next Friday against either Holy Name or Lutheran West. That game was 10-0 Lutheran West at the half. We'll try to get you an update. Duke Reese back in there. He'll pitch it. Zion Brown working to the near side, trying to get a block inside the 20. And good job right there by Defiance to take him down at around the 17-yard line, flying up from the secondary to make the stop. And actually, linebacker Joey Robinson, sophomore, made that tackle. Had others in the neighborhood as well. All right, Erik, third down coming up for Mansfield Senior. About 11 yards to go.
Yeah.
Ball at the 17-yard line.
Yeah, a little third and probably, 11 here, Aaron?
Yeah, third and about 11. Got to get down to about the 6-yard line.
Yeah. And here's the thing to me. I mean, you can kick this, obviously, but let the clock run down. See what you get here, because this might just be 4-down territory, man.
Here we go. Duke Reese in the pistol. Two receivers wide left. Back to pass. Got some time. Going to throw it into the end zone. Intercepted. He was going for Lala Owens. He's picked off in the end zone. Terrific catch by Anthony Wilder, the sophomore defensive back, over the shoulder. Hauled that baby in. It was targeted for Lala Owens, and Defiance's defense comes up with a stop.
Yeah, and so what he did is he chose the short side of the field and throws the ball and just undershoots him. He's got to get that ball out. You got your 6'5" wide receiver, Lala Owens, there. You got to get the ball out. So before pre-snap, he has to pick which side of the field does he like and which cover or which route combos does he like. He liked the right side instead of the left side. A little bit more real estate, obviously, on that left side, considering they were on the right hash. Great play, though, by number 41 there, Anthony Wilder, by Defiance. That's a nice play.
7:09 to go in the game, down 16-0, and they're going to have it at their own 20-yard line. Back to pass, going to throw one down the field. Terrific coverage.
Yes, it was.
As they throw it to the senior high 40-yard line. Back there deep, Chioke Bradley and Giante O'Brien double teaming the wide receiver Brian Phillips, and one of those two got their hand on it, knocked it away, and I think it was Bradley.
Yeah, Bradley got it underneath, and that is textbook on how you play that. Neither one of them interfered. You had a guy sandwiching him. He actually, on that specific play right there, Zipfeld's probably lucky that wasn't intercepted.
High school football on WMAN, driven by the Buckeye Superstore. Stay around 39 in Shelby, home of the low payment kings, BuckeyeSuperstore.com. 7:01 to go in the game. 16-0 Mansfield Senior, 2nd and 10. Defiance, their own 20-yard line, back to pass. The quarterback's going to step up, elude pressure. He'll be tackled out of bounds and across the 20-yard line out near the 24. Samir Phillips chasing him down from the defensive line. Ricky Mills chased him out of the pocket, and Phillips got him at the 24-yard line. Good job that time by Zipfeld. He had to get out of there.
Well, I tell you what, Ricky Mills just wreaked havoc. That left tackle didn't even touch him. Did not even touch him as he came around the right side of that defensive line there, the left side of the offense, which called Zipfeld to get out of there, I don't blame him. I'd get out of there too.
Is Ricky Mills not a game changer on every play?
He's what those guys, Clay Travis, or not Clay Travis, Joel Kleck calls a game wrecker.
A quick pass here on 3rd down as pressure was coming. The quarterback, Zipfeld, will get it out, and he will get it to Craig Nichols. He'll be tackled just shy of the 30-yard line. He will not have the first down. He got 5. They needed 6. It'll be 4th and close to a yard, maybe not even a full yard here for Defiance. And Erik, with under 6.5 to play in the game, down 2 touchdowns and 2 2-point conversions, 16-0. You got to go for it, right?
Absolutely. And Defiance is going to end up, they better go quick, man, or they're going to end up having to burn that 3rd and final time out here. And listen,
play clock's at 9.
Listen, Defiance offensive coordinator's going through his play chart because really nothing's worked on 3rd and 4th and short all night.
4th and 1, just shy of the 30-yard line. Handoff, and the running back Castillo will have it like a bowling ball and a pinball machine. Will bounce off people. 35, 40, still driving the legs out near the 42-yard line, as it will be a first down for the Defiance Bulldogs. Castillo on the run, and one of their better runs of the night.
Absolutely. I like that. That's a good run.
13-yard, hard-nosed run, and Castillo getting up quite slow after that run. Looks like he'll be okay. And again, he's their leading rusher, Brogan Castillo, the junior. He'll be back next year for Defiance.
Yeah, they've got a lot of juniors and sophomores playing, man. I'm telling you what, if you're a Defiance fan, you got a lot of good players here.
Senior high has a lot of sophomores and juniors, too.
Oh, absolutely. And listen, Defiance is trying to get a score here fairly quickly. Got to leave some time on because they're going to probably have to onside this thing. They just need a touchdown and a couple of 2-point conversions.
Back to pass, and the quarterback's going to be sacked. Guess who? Ricky Mills rudely greets the quarterback and sacks him, drops him back at the 36-yard line. That's a 6-yard TFL and sack, or as Erik would call the junkyard dog.
The JYD, man, doing what he does, baby. Ricky Mills, unblockable. He is. He's unblockable. The dude comes off the edge at 225 pounds, and he just eats tackles up. And then if they really want to wreak havoc, they throw him inside at that 3 technique. But like right here, he's like, right there, your tackle's moving. Why would he not move? He cannot guard. He cannot keep Ricky Mills out of the backfield. I feel terrible for number 57, Carson Hoffman, 6'3", 180, because Ricky Mills has absolutely dominated that side of the line the entire night.
All starred on Defiance. He's heard Erik mention 2nd down, now 20 yards to go. The ball at their own 31-yard line. 4:39 to go in the game. They trail Mansfield Senior.
There he goes.
16-0. Back to pass. Ricky Mills off the left side will sack the quarterback inside the 20-yard line, and he is having some kind of night.
He's earning a shirt or a pizza, Aaron. That's all I'm going to say.
Maybe both.
He might have to, he might wear the shirt while he's eating the pizza.
Unbelievable.
Dude,
Ricky Mills.
He is. We've watched him here. What is this? This is our 4th game that we've covered Mansfield.
4th or 5th, right? Yeah.
5th. And I'm not joking. He is the best defensive player in the area, other than maybe the linebacker from West Holmes. Baldridge.
Yeah.
Those are the 2 best defensive players that I've seen. And then a 3rd honorable mention's the Barker kid from Crestview.
Yeah, he's a good one. I'll tell you what. 3rd down now after the sack, and forever back to pass. The quarterback's going to be drilled by Thornton. Woo! He gets the pass off. It's caught by Phillips. He's drilled by Darson at the 29-yard line. Mansfield Senior with some big-time hits here in the 4th quarter.
Dude, Defiance offensively doesn't know whether they're coming or going. Look, I mean, you just have guys that are unblocked coming in. Defiance's pass protection is so discombobulated. That's the word, too. It's just discombobulated. You can tell they're just not sync at all, and Mansfield's just taking full advantage of it.
Mansfield Senior leads 16-0 here in the regional quarterfinal. 3:10 to go in the game. 4th and 25 for Defiance. And they're going to go for it because, well, as you mentioned, down 2 scores late in the game, and not everybody's on the same page for Mansfield Senior. They were thinking punt, and so some guys were coming off the field, other guys were staying on, and Coach Bradley says, you know what, we're going to burn a timeout.
That's a good timeout.
So I'll tell you what, things right now for Mansfield Senior, this defense has been so good. And Erik, you've coached football for a long time. You've covered football for a long time. When you have an elite defense, you can make a deep run.
Well, when you have an elite defense, it travels. It does not necessarily – listen, the home crowd doesn't affect the defense. Does that make sense? So if you're playing on the road, it doesn't affect your defense. It affects your offense, right? When Ohio State's playing at Happy Valley, when the offense is on the field, that's when the fans are going crazy.
Right.
When that defense walks out there, they're getting quiet. So they get to play on their own energy that they manufacture. Listen, when you're as good as Mansfield, here's why they're good. They're multiple, Aaron, because they can crush the run, and they have the athletes to play the pass. I'm excited to see what they dial up here.
4th and 25, a little razzle-dazzle, bring a man in motion. They'll hand it off to Phillips. Now he's going to pull up and throw it down the field. There's 3 defensive backs. It's intercepted. Intercepted by Mansfield Senior. That's your boy, Amar Davis. Another 2-pick night for Amar Davis. Returns it midfield, making guys miss left and right. He'll go down at the 47-yard line. His 9th interception of the year.
Yeah. 9th interception.
9th. Woo! He had 7 coming in tonight, half of the team that now has 16, and he has 9.
There's not a better unit playing in the entire area that's better than this defense. I'm telling you right now, I bring anybody you want against this Mansfield defense right now, and I'm telling you in this whole region, bring them in. I'm not saying Mansfield's going to win, but I guarantee if they lose, it's not going to be because of the defense. I guarantee. Their defense is good enough to get to a Final Four. I'm telling you that right now.
Well, I'll tell you what.
We cover a lot of football, Aaron, and this team is becoming with confidence as good as that 19 team.
2:40 to play in the football game. Senior High will take over at the 48-yard line of Defiance. Handoff Zion Brown to work his way. Got hit hard at the 45-yard line down near the 44. First guy to hit him was Jason Phillips, the junior, number 58. Hit him, and he spun off down to the 44. So
nice
4-yard gain for Zion Brown. Senior High just wants to see that clock hit 000, so they want to have a date in the regional semifinals next week. 2:10 to play in the game. 16-0 TY Tigers. Second down, 6 yards to go at the Defiance 44. 3 wide receivers, 2 to the right, 1 to the left. The quarterback, Reese, looking at the wrist. He's in the pistol. Zion Brown's behind him. Clock under 2 to play in the game. Brown will now move to the left. Play clock at 5. Handoff. Zion Brown working to the near side. Good job from Irizarry coming from the far side to trip him up. He'll get back, maybe actually lose about a half yard just inside the 45.
Yeah, and it's a great job right there by, like you said, by Irizarry coming from the backside to chase him down. Great effort. Love seeing that at this stage of the game. That's a young man that cares. I appreciate it.
They will give it a 1-yard loss. They'll spot it at the 45. Clock running, 1:25 to play in the game. Senior High in no hurry as they have a date in the 3rd round of the playoffs next week when that clock hits 000. 16-0 Mansfield Senior here at Arlin Field. Clock at 1:13. Both touchdowns came in the second quarter. Duke Reese touchdown passes to Amar Davis and Lala Owens. Handoff. This will go to Zion Brown to work his way. Good run, following the blockers up the middle, inside the 40 and down near the 38-yard line. He gets about close to 8 yards on that run, and it's going to be 4th down and about a yard for Mansfield Senior, and it looks like Defiance will burn a timeout.
Now, if you're Mansfield here, because we got a 4th down and probably a long one here.
Yeah, about a yard. Yep.
Yeah, listen, you have run power really, really well today. So if you want to go large package, because they'll do this from time to time, Aaron, you know this. You put Ricky Mills at the tail, Duke Reese obviously at quarterback, put Chioke Bradley at that H and just run power. I'll bet you can go get your yard by putting that group on the field.
Well, I'll tell you what, Mackay started at that H, as you mentioned. Tonight they changed things up a little bit. You mentioned him earlier in this broadcast. He had a big block. Tell you what, Mansfield Senior, you look, they're up 16-0. They've had a couple other opportunities to score. Credit Defiance. They played very well here tonight defensively, but that Mansfield Senior defense, they forced turnovers. Erik, they've only allowed 6 first downs the entire game.
It's unreal, man.
And Defiance, when you look at their rushing yards, Erik, they've ran for 23 yards now, I think is what it has.
And that's why the score looks the way that it does, because what did I tell you?
Under center, Duke Reese, he'll plow forward behind that big offensive line. He's got a home and kitchen supply first down. He needed a yard. He got about 4.
That's going to do it. Just take a knee and get out of here. So anyways, congratulations, Mansfield. You're heading to the regional semifinals. Defiance, great season. You're young. You're going to be back, and you're going to be able to compete for your league title next year with this group. But Mansfield, how about them coming out today? That defensive prowess was fantastic. It's the best defense in the area. I thought offensively they played much better tonight, even though you only see the 16 on the scoreboard. When they had to make plays, they made them. And Mansfield moving on.
Mansfield Senior will take a knee. Duke Reese and company will start to celebrate. Clock with 13 seconds to play in the game. The teams will head to midfield. Clock winding down. They're going to grab the water bucket. Lala Owens trying to get Coach Bradley's trying to get away. Clock hits 000. Final score, Mansfield Seniors moving on to the regional semifinals as they throw another shutout on the board. They win 16-0 here tonight over Defiance, and that defense, oh my, has it been impressive. They win their 8th straight game, 16-0 over Defiance.
Here we go from John Davis, hot off the press. The Tigers have not allowed any points in the last 123 minutes at 16 seconds.
Only the great John Davis.
He's going to have days by the time it's done. You know what I mean?
Come up with that, baby.
Yeah.
We'll take a break and wrap it up next. Final score from Arlin Field. Mansfield Senior won their 8th game in a row, moving on to the regional semifinals next week. They defeat Defiance tonight. Final score, Mansfield Senior 16, Defiance nothing. We'll wrap it up next. You're listening to High School Football here on WMA.
Nowadays, you've got enough things to worry about. Your car shouldn't be one of them. And at Spitzer, stay worry-free with our Spitzer Shield. Get exclusive new vehicle benefits, like a lifetime nationwide powertrain warranty, unlimited time, unlimited miles. Plus, get benefits on our Spitzer certified vehicles, like our nationwide powertrain warranty, peace of mind with bumper-to-bumper coverage, and more. Visit your local Spitzer auto store today and get the Spitzer Shield.
At Spitzer, our world revolves around you.
Welcome to Richland County's first artificial intelligence ATM. If you car dance to the song you're listening to now, I will give you $50. See, that's something an ATM can never do.
Oh my gosh, are you serious?
Oh, we're serious.
Gosh, that's awesome. Thank you.
Thank you. We hope your day is a little bit better today.
Yes, thank you.
Take a look at all the action from Friday night football right here in North Central Ohio with great analysis, highlights, coach interviews, and so much more every single Friday night right here on the OH Report.
They're chanting, Tigers got the juice at midfield here at Arlin Field. That defense has got some juice. Welcome back to our postgame show here tonight, brought to you by the Reinhardt Insurance Agency, Mansfield's trusted agency, and that Mansfield Senior defense. Oh, my. 16-0. They win tonight over Defiance here in the regional quarterfinals. Aaron Hines, Erik teaming up with the OH.REPORT. We'll run down some numbers, hand out some awards. And, Erik, let's jump right into the numbers. And that defense, we're going to talk about Ricky Mills and company, but my, oh my, were they good again.
Yeah, I mean, let's start and take a look at Brez Zipfel. Sacked, 8 times? 7 or 8 times, lost negative 51 yards. And you turn around and look at the total yardage for the entire game. Aaron, they only give up 174 yards. And listen, a team that comes in with a running back well over 1,200 yards finishes with 31 total rushes for 23 yards. That is absolutely incredible. That's just straight domination by that Tiger defense. And then the opposite of that is Mansfield has 34 rushes for 192. And listen, Duke Reese was efficient, 10 of 19 for 78 yards and 2 touchdowns. Listen, that's a good night at the office when you're running the ball as well as they did. They had, 6 different guys carry the ball. You had Darson, Davis, Brown, Mills, Reese, Thornton, all carrying balls. And when you have that diversified of skill set carrying the ball, you're going to have nights like this. Their offense doesn't have to be prolific when you have a defense that's as dominating as Mansfield's.
Darson ran for 95 yards. Absolutely. You mentioned the senior high defense was the story. They give up to 6 first downs. They had 16 themselves, 23 yards. You mentioned rushing. That's it for Defiance.
Right.
Senior high allowed on average 78 yards rushing per game. That number, even in the playoffs, continues to go down.
Right. Aaron, haven't given up a point in 2 games.
Yeah.
Their defense hasn't given up a point in 2 games. They are flat out dominating.
As John Davis said, 123 minutes and counting since they've given up a point. By the way, real quick as we wrap up stat coverage here, Mansfield Senior scored the only score in the second half, and it came via the defense. It was a safety in the third quarter at the 3:32 mark, a fumble out of the back of the end zone. That made it 16-0. The 2 scores came in the second quarter, both touchdown passes from quarterback Duke Reese to Amar Davis for 12 yards and 5 yards to Lala Owen. Senior high, 270 total yards, 174 for Defiance. Each had a turnover, but senior high is moving on. 107 yards and penalties, by the way, for Defiance. You want to point that out.
And we had 60 in the first quarter.
Yeah.
I mean, you're playing a team like Mansfield. You can't give over half a football field in penalties in the first quarter.
Well, senior high is now going to move on. They'll play in the regional semifinals next week at a neutral site determined by the Ohio High School Athletic Association. They'll play the winner of Holy Name and Lutheran West. Holy Name leads that game third quarter from the latest update I got, 13-10. I'm sure we'll find out that final coming up here soon. We'll have that game next week on WMAN, and the OH.REPORT will be there as well. By the way, fourth quarter update. Holy Name now 20, Lutheran West 10. Woo! If you remember, they met 3 years ago in Worcester when senior high went to Canton.
That wouldn't bother me again, man. I like Worcester, especially if Jory, you got to keep coming. You realize that, Jory has to keep coming. And then that
means
a
package deal.
And here's the thing, Jory, they have the greatest hospitality suite you've ever seen. Mansfield's is solid. Theirs is just it's almost like a Thanksgiving spread over in Worcester.
All right. Well, that is our final score tonight. 16-0 Mansfield Senior with the win. Those listening on the OH.REPORT, they're going to break away from us. They're going to go down on the field, going to have some interviews. We will keep it right here and give you some more post-game and handout awards. Final score, Mansfield Senior wins 16-0 tonight over Defiance in the regional quarterfinal. Aaron Hines, Erik with in the booth, our post-game show.
Nowadays, you've got enough things to worry about. Your car shouldn't be one of them. And at Spitzer, stay worry-free with our Spitzer Shield. Get exclusive new vehicle benefits, like a lifetime nationwide powertrain warranty, unlimited time, unlimited miles. Plus, get benefits on our Spitzer certified vehicles, like our nationwide powertrain warranty, peace of mind with bumper-to-bumper coverage, and more. Visit your local Spitzer Auto Store today and get the Spitzer Shield.
At Spitzer, our world revolves around you.
All right, I'm here with Ricky Mills, Baker Collision MVP, 8 tackles, 3.5 sacks. Ricky, what was the momentum shift that you had on your last sack to seal all the deal in like the fourth quarter?
You know, the momentum was that the coaches told us, let's go get a sack. I was lined up wrong, and then we called a timeout, and they did the same exact play. So I went back and did what the coaches did. So I was coachable, and then I made that sack. And you know, after that, we knew we had it in the bag. We just had to step it up and seal the game. So.
Right. Okay, so you play a good role on offense and defense. Obviously, the offense started off fast, but there was a little bit of miscommunication. What is your role as a leader this week in practice to make sure that both the offense and defense are on the same page?
You know, I just got to tell them to focus up. Let's all focus up and be one and play as a team. And let's go out there and then let's win tomorrow, Saturday morning in film. And let's win the next day. Let's go 1-0 each and every day, and then we'll get a victory Friday night.
How does it feel playing your last game here at Arlin Field?
You know, the emotions hasn't kicked in yet. I'm sure I'll have a rough night tonight maybe.
Yeah.
But it couldn't went any better. I had a career day today, and I'm just glad I did it with my guys here at Arlin Field.
All right, appreciate you, brother.
Appreciate you.
Really, brother. Go do your thing. All right, we're going to walk around here, see who else we can find, see what other Tiger football players. I see him. What are his stats? Someone give me a stat check on him. 2 picks. All right. Amar. My bad. My bad, brother. You're good. Sorry. 4 carries, 35 yards, 2 picks. Again, that is your 4th game with 2 picks. You now have 4 picks in 2 playoff games, both home. What do you see out there? I mean, like, you just have an knack for finding the ball. So, like, what's your free reign out there when you're on defense? Like, what are your keys that you read all the time?
Keep my man in front of me, and let's go make a play on the ball.
You see 5 catches for 47 yards. All right, you only have 5 catches, 47 yards, 1 touchdown. Why can't you take an interception to the crib, man? What's going on? Why you keep getting tackled? Why can't you just take it all the way, man? Why can't we get no pick 6?
I don't know, Cam. I don't know.
All right, man. Like, again, just like last week, offense and defense, you play a pivotal role on both offense and defense. I asked Ricky the same question. What is the focus going into practice? Because obviously we need to score more points as teams will continue to grow on offense. What do you guys need to do going into next week?
Take our opportunities for real. And everybody got to make the play on the ball, catch the ball, run the ball. It don't matter what it is. We just got to make our plays.
Man, all right. I appreciate you, Amar. Bradley. Okay, Jacob here. Okay. Isaiah, number 55 is Isaiah, correct? Here it is. I got him. Oh wait, no, he's with his family right now. I can get Isaiah right here, number 55, the center. What's his last name? What's his last name? Isaiah Darson. No, that's the running back.
How you doing, Derek?
Oh, always. I texted him before the game today. I'm gonna continue to do that.
He said he was like, fine, good, you know. So,
Oh yeah, he's gonna be all right. Just
John
fine.
was like, Cam knows.
Yeah. Isaiah Davis. Isaiah. Right here with Isaiah Davis, man. Am I good to go? Man, how did it feel playing your last game here at Arlin Field, man? Man, it felt great, man. Everybody knew they was playing for the seniors. Everybody played for me. You know, the seniors had a good game. We led this team. We got our second win in the playoffs. On to the next.
What's it like playing the role as just leading the O-line, as a senior leader on that team, man? Like, how do you guys prepare games mentally and physically going into the week?
Honestly, this summer we inducted mock practices. So we was practicing from 5 to 4, you know, every day with no balls and stuff. Our line looked the best this summer early on in the season. We didn't ever look. I could trust them. They do anything, you know. We do good every game.
And you guys, I gotta say, play of the game was ball down at the 1. There was a 16-yard push, man. That just shows, like, collectively as an O-line how strong you guys are. So what's the mentality going into next week? What's the preparation looking like for you guys?
Next week, again, we're going to try to pound the ball. You know, we run the ball. You know, we good at running the ball. Next thing we going to do, I mean, if they don't stop the run, we're going to keep running it. You know, we got the big hogs up front. We trust them. We trust our quarterback to throw the ball. He going to get the ball to our playmakers, and we're going to keep winning.
Appreciate you, brother. Thank you, man. Where you at? Choke.
My boy.
Yeah. Man, oh man. Coach, just walk me through this game here on Arlin Field. Just like the story behind it. What does this game mean to you?
Man, it means a lot. It means a lot for a couple different reasons. Number one being, you know, our 7 seniors. This is their last time they'll be able to come out here, man, and play Tiger football in the best damn football stadium in Ohio. You know, and that right there is huge. You know, not just for me, for our team, for our program, and you know, we wanted to come out here and play for them tonight, and we wanted to follow their lead, and I think our kids did that tonight. That's the biggest reason for me, man. That is so exciting. The next thing, man, is just we move on, we survive, and we move on to the next round. You know, for many, many years, we struggled with getting to this point, you know, in the season, and we was able to do it in 19, and now we were able to do it again in 2022.
So what do you got to tell the fans as we hit the road, man? You got to tell them to pack their bags, because you know how Tiger fans, they love to travel. Just bring the energy. Any word out there to the Tiger football fans that are thinking about coming to the next game?
Just get behind us, man. Get behind us, man. Go out somewhere, man, and get some of that Tiger juice. Bring it with you. Jump in your cars. Gas it up. Get on this train, man. I told y'all 6 or 7 or 8 weeks ago, stay behind us. We went down. We believed in each other. We love our city. Our kids go out and play every single Friday night for our city, for our community, for Mansfield Senior High, and we're going to continue to do that. Stay with us. Follow us. Tiger football, let's go, baby.
Tiger football, let's go. Love you.
Love you too.
Say what? Okay. Hey, thank you so much to our sponsors, guys. Thank you, everyone. A great night at Tiger football. Like I said, tune in next week. Free live streaming sports, the best in Ohio right here. Thank you, guys. All right, thank you.